Hello! Do you like the way it faded in there? Not at all. It went ping desk. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Supposed to. Let me just try that again. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. There we go. I don't know. Now, a few things today. Welcome to Warhammer Sunday. Colin isn't with me just yet. I think he's sorting stuff out. He has a little bit break between his stream and my stream, and of course he's got to get himself sorted, go for a poo, make a brew, get something to eat, so he's probably just like finishing off a butty and having his cup of tea, so he'll be with us very shortly. I'm trying something new today. I am trying it as an ultra low latency stream, so literally it should only be 1 or 2 second delay between what I say and what you see, so it should be real time. Now I'm going to quickly check something on the computer because it's shouting a bit at me. It's doing a lot of fan spinning and churning. I don't quite know why. Oh no, no more than normal. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm trying it sort of ultra low latency, so hopefully there won't be a big massive lag between what you see and what I'm doing, so it should be kind of real time. I have, however, had a couple of warnings on the streaming software that I've dropped some frames, and my broadband speed seems a little flumpy today. It's snowing outside, but it's not that bad. But it seems a little low on the upload, so let me know if it's all choppy and constantly buffering and stuff, because if it's always buffering and not very good, I'll just not bother with ultra low latency. I'll go back to the way it normally was. I'm just trying something new. Anyway, welcome one and all to Warhammer Sunday, where myself and Colin, who'll be with us shortly, crack on with some Warhammer buildy goodness and just get down to doing some buildage and things like that. Now, as always, before we get going on the stream, I'm going to do the shout-outs to all the relevant people who make my content and my channel possible. Without these people, this channel wouldn't exist. I'd be working in an office somewhere. I wouldn't be able to spend all day looking after Mama Fox, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this. So all these people make this possible. First and foremost, my corporate supporters, emodels.co.uk and goblingaming.co.uk, your one-stop shops for all your tabletop and model-making needs. Links in the description below the video. Make sure to use those links though, don't just go to their websites, because if you go to those links it tells them I sent you and I get a little bit of income from that at no cost to you, so it gives me a little bit of a kickback, so do go and check those links out. And of course to my patrons and my channel members, all of whom literally pay my wages and put food on my table. They keep this channel alive, they just keep it going, and they get some cool things as a result of being a patron or a member. So if you want to become a patron or a member and help the channel out and keep it alive, please consider going to patreon.com/model making guru. The address is down there underneath my name. I know it's because I've got my name thing on the bottom of the StreamYard window. It'll be there in a minute. Patreon.com/model making guru, or you can just simply press the join button under any one of my videos. You'll get access to cool bits and bobs. If you become a member, you get access to cool emojis with the Foxx head, and you also get access to the awesome 24/7 live Zoom hangout for any patrons or channel members. Also patrons and members of Colin's channel, First to 67 Workshop, and Dad's channel, Scaly Models. So it's all a place where you can hang out on or off camera. There's also a Facebook group as well where you can do all. There's instructions in the descriptions below this video, so go and check it out. Now I'm going to quickly just check my messenger, see if I've had a word from Colin. I don't think he'll have been in touch. Like I say, he has a break between. Unfortunately, you know, he just finishes his stream at 2:30, and you know he's got to get himself something to eat and a coffee and a cup of tea and things like that. So it's fine. Don't worry about it. He's just getting himself ready. He will be with us presently. He may be pooping. I do not know. I do not know what he's doing, but he'll be joining us. So I shall say, don't forget, of course, he is my co-host, and his channel also has Patreon and all that stuff. It's patreon.com/Festa67's Workshop. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. Now, today I will be cracking on doing more weathering on the Banesword. I've done all the grime wash on the Baneblade. I shall get that out and show you. I'll just move Guthorm out of the way. Hang on. Let me get that for you. If my earpiece cable reaches, I can gravity it. Oh. So the Baneblade has had the initial grime coat done. There's lots more weathering to do. I've not even started on the tracks yet, but that's had the initial base grime coat done, as you can see. And it's just the grime coat to literally go into all the recesses, go around the rivets and the raised details, and just give them some definition. Because without that, they wouldn't have any definition on them at all. I've done all the sponsons as well. Without that on there, they just wouldn't. It'd look flat and lifeless. So you see we've got our sponsons on there as well, so they've all been done. And it's just the initial grime coat, for which I used moving that out of the way because these tend to spill. Ammo by MiG streaking effects, streaking grime for winter vehicles. It's a kind of dark greeny, sort of browny greeny colour. It's great for suggesting like mildew and moss build up, and you know, you get that green stuff on your car windows if you leave the car out for over the winter or something. You get that kind of green algae build up. It's like kind of dirt and grime. So that's been done on that one. I'll just put it back in the box. Hang on, back in the cupboard in safety. Oh, clunk. So I've still got lots to do on that. I've not even looked at the tracks yet. On this one we are doing the same. I'm doing the wash around the little bits and bobs. I've not done the turret yet, so maybe you can see the difference. If you look at the front glasses plate here, it's got some nice relief to it. It looks quite hand drawn. This, of course, hasn't been done yet, so it's not got that same sort of definition to all the raised details. Now it looks quite stark now, but obviously there's more weathering to come, so eventually it'll look a lot less stark because there'll be like dust and dirt and sand and things. They're both going to get a kind of light dust sandy weathering, no mud and stuff like that. So anyway, that's where we're going to be doing today. So I've got to do the sides, and the back of course has got to be done as well. Now I'm carefully planning the order of all this because there's things on here that need to be shiny, like the gold trim and the little bits and bobs here and there. So I'm kind of carefully planning the order because I want the gold to look like it's shiny, because gold doesn't tarnish, but I need to make sure it's got cover by weathering as well. So I'm still trying to figure out whether to do all the weathering and then touch up some of the gold bits to make it look like there's clean shiny bits, or get these initial sort of grime coats on, then do all the gold and metallic shiny bits, and then apply some dust and dirt. That might be the more natural, because the dust and dirt would cover the shiny metal things. So I'm not sure yet. You like on these grills at the back, they need some sort of shine on them. This has been matte varnished or satin varnished. These metal things would need a metallic highlight. You've got the heavy stubber on the turret would need a metal highlight. So these heavy bolters here, so things like that. So I'm not sure yet. Anyway, before we get going, let me have a quick look at the chat. We have, who do we have? Let's have a look. We have William Rayborn was the first in chat. Says, good afternoon, Fox and Fox Hugs. Welcome to you, William. William hugs back. Cora Pink as well. Welcome to you. Candy Graham Famongo is in. Welcome to you, Jeff. Max McGinn, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing okay. Welcome to you, and I hope that's for you too. Scale Model Ninja, welcome to you, Ross. Mac is in. Welcome, Mac. Graham McRoberts in. Welcome, Grum. Who else has come in? It's Nigel's Modelling Bench is in as well, asking me if that was my music at the start. No, it's just generic music, but it's kind of music that I found that fitted sort of quite well with the Warhammer theme, rather than just the delicate, twinkly, relaxing stuff I usually have. And I just so happens that I managed to get that countdown music to fit with the actual countdown clock in sync. I didn't intentionally do that. It just came out quite nicely. We have, who else has come in? I think that's everybody in chat so far. I'm overqualified for the nut house, says Graham. I said I like to get music that fits the theme. And William Rayborn says, would that be circus music? I said, no, music for idiots. And then Nigel's Modelling Bench says, and Denny, they are chairs. Yes. Right, I'm just going to quickly check Messenger. I hope Colin's all right. He's taking a while. Hope he's not like fallen down the toilet or something, because that would be kind of not cool. Just see if he's been. Give me a shout. No. Oh. Messenger's updating. Hang on. No, he's probably getting himself a brew in that. Anyway, yes, we'll crack on with this today. So that's what we're going to be doing. I say it's mostly just adding a pin wash. So while it's just me, of course, I'll be desperate for you to give me things to talk about. So if you are watching this, make sure you're in chat. EC Idaho is in and says, hello all, welcome to EC Idaho. If you're in chat, oh, I can hear someone turning up. Oh, hello.
Hello, mate. Sorry,
hello, geezer.
I was running a bit late there, mate. I was just a little bit poorly for a minute.
Oh, that's not good. Well, I said you were probably like making a brew or pooping or something, so.
No.
No.
I was just, yeah. So
Are you feeling a bit?
I'll go and have a lay down for a little bit, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was explaining that you only finished your show like 45 minutes ago, so you need to get yourself a rest and a brew and a sandwich and stuff.
But apologies for being late, mate. But it was the right thing to do.
That's what. Oh no, absolutely. You don't want to
room spinning and wobbly legs syndrome. But I've had something to eat since, and yeah.
I was going to say, yeah. Have you had some sugary foods and that?
Yes, mate. Yeah.
If that's the right thing to do, I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway. Sorry,
welcome.
Mate, you was chatting to your audience before I rudely
No, that's all right. Welcome. I need to clear my throat. Excuse me. Colin's with us. Hey, Colin.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm not
audience. Bad. Hope you're all right.
Yeah. Colin, of course, from Festa 67. My words fell over. I'll let you do that bit. Pimp yourself.
Festa 67's workshop on YouTube. Also on the internet website festa67sworkshop.com. If you want to support the channel, click the join button on any video, and you can also support me on Patreon, patreon.com/festa67sworkshop.
There you go. That was your punishment for being late, was to pimp yourself, and I know you hate it, but you did well. I did well,
mate.
You did very well.
I'm learning.
Didn't you do well?
All week this week I've been doing pimpage.
Good girl. Do you feel dirty and sullied?
I do.
Do you feel you might need a hot shower with some bleach or something?
Yeah, I feel a little bit like love you long time, you know what I mean?
Oh dear, that's not good.
Yeah, so I do feel cheap, but it's one of them. I've got to learn to do it, and
Yeah, Nigel Mulling-Bench says, welcome Colin, my mate always kept a Mars bar at hand for those giddy wobbly moments.
Yeah, it's just one of them, Nige. It gets me every now and then, mate. But yeah, I've got a rehydration in my cup, and I'll be all right.
The thing is, when you've been sat there for like a couple of hours doing a live stream, of course you're not eating or drinking, so.
Well, yeah,
there's a good chance you'll have a wibbly wobbly at the end, won't you?
Yeah, I only managed about an hour and a half's kip as well, so I'm a little bit, but it's all part of the fun.
That's only 2/3 of your normal nightly sleep allowance. An hour and a half. You normally have about 2 hours, don't you?
Oh, mate, yeah. On average, about 4 hours a night. But I can go 2 or 3 days without any sleep and still only get 4 hours. I have to get up because of pain and that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you're used to it,
anyway,
you're used to it, aren't you? Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. So, how are you doing, my friend? I've told them about my Baneblades. Let's talk all about your Ork goodness. I'll put you on the full screen.
Oh, my Ork goodness. 2 secs then. I was just bringing out the chat so that I could...
Oh, you do that. People can sit and look at your fantastic nonsense there while you're doing that.
You have got me full screen on you.
I have, yeah. So people can look at your nonsense.
You're so bad.
Look at that.
Let's just bring up the chat.
That looks awesome. That looks awesome.
It's getting there, mate. I will do the camera of zoomage in a sec.
While you're doing that, I did explain to everybody at the start that I'm trying some new things today. I'm trying an ultra-low latency for the stream on YouTube, which means it should be real-time. So if I say, type the number 3 in chat now, they should start typing 3 in chat any second now. So... But the only thing is, my broadband also decided to not be great today, so it might be very choppy. So people in chat,
that's handy to know.
Look at that,
Wednesday,
they're typing already. Look.
Wednesday and today, I had the thing come up in YouTube that the bit rate was higher or streaming higher than my settings.
Oh, you don't worry about
widget. I've not had that before, and I didn't want to click anything because I was worried about doing a TED.
No, if it says that your bitrate is higher, that's because YouTube is set to have a crap bitrate.
Yes.
So if you want to stream at 1080p, it says you need 4,500 kilobits per second. That's like 1975 levels. If you're streaming at 1080p, you want like 30,000 kilobits per second. So all it means is it expects to get about 5,000 kilobits per second, but you're probably sending them 10 or 11. It's fine, you can ignore that.
All right, no worries, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, folks, look.
Oh!
Nigel's funnel's got a bit of the old checkerage going on.
Ever so slightly indelicate trouser tent.
Yeah, so we got a bit of this. We got magnetisation as well of Squeak Buggy. And
You need magnets.
So, yeah.
Oh, look at that. You've done a lot in the last day or two, haven't you?
Yeah, it's getting there. You know, I've just been playing about with it and trying to suss it. And now I've got the beautiful task of chipping.
Oh, lovely. Sponge or brush?
Yeah, so I should just be dropping little bits off randomly and chipping them. But I've only got the base down on the top of the funnel. I've got to apply the rest of it. So I'll spray that on during the week with the airbrush of goodness. Got all my pins in around me slats.
Oh, for your rivets, yeah.
In place.
Cool.
For me rivets. Was painting dudes last week. I got some detail work to do on them. So yeah, just a general fettle day for me today,
That's all right.
as you know.
How are you going to do your
So
how are you going to do your chips? Are you doing sponge chips or brush chips? What's tickling your fancy? You're going to do it with the brush. Ooh, jolly good.
Yeah, sit there and do it with a brush.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, silver first, then brown, innit?
Doing chips.
Or is
I
it
would
the
do
other way?
first. I would do the very light yellow. That's a lot lighter than that yellow, and then do your brown.
Yeah.
And then do your brown. Inside most of those, do brown, and the occasional one do silver, because you can do silver weathering later. That's a whole separate step. But
I've got phalanx yellow and dawn yellow. That dawn yellow's more of a white, isn't it?
I would recommend. Are you going to be doing weathering over the top of the chips and stuff?
Yes.
I would recommend the lightest. Then dawn yellow might be a good one. I would do a little test chip. Basically, what you want to do is you want to paint the chip with the yellow, a little tiny chip, and then in the middle of that, you paint the tiny rust-coloured chip. That sort of follows the same shape. So all you end up with is a rust-coloured chip with a very small, light yellow outline, like it's fresh paint. Yeah. You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Cool,
then in some of them you can do like the metallics.
Yeah.
If you want to. And then they get matte varnish later on. Then you can go back at the very end and do some more metallic chips and some metallic dry brushing to get the shiny metallics.
But yeah, that's the funnel that was kindly donated by Nige.
Awesome.
And
So I'll take you off full screen.
Funnelage of goodness, mate.
Are you getting happy about doing checks nowadays? Checkers and stuff?
Yes and no, really. I mean, I can't control me shapes.
Hello, Mama Foxx.
They happen.
Yeah, but you're painting orcs, so they don't do
but
perfect checks anyway, do they?
Yeah, so I get a bit frustrated because I know in my mind what I want it to look like, and physically it doesn't quite get there because of that. So, but then I have to convince myself, well, it is orc, and it would have been painted with a squig. And
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. Orcs don't go for perfect looking chips. They go for
a lot of it is just my own frustrations at myself. But it's one of them, innit?
It's understandable.
Absolutely.
Which makes it more fun.
So
more
how is
challenging.
everyone in the chat?
We've
Nigel
got.
saying Berlin camo it, Colin.
I think it's a bit late for that one, lads. Lynn Dipple's in.
A bit of Berlin.
Welcome, Lynn. Big hugs.
Hello, Lynn. You all right, my darling?
Yeah. Totally Skull Model Steve. Hey, Steve. He says, just heard Sir Frank Williams has passed away. Who's Frank Williams?
Oh, ex-Williams team boss. Oh, that's a shame. Bless him. Yeah. Oh.
I don't follow motor racing, sadly.
R.I.P. Sir Frank. Yeah, he was paralysed in an accident years and years and years and years ago and run the Williams Formula One team.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
No. My friend who does you remember I was saying on Friday, my friend that's the artist that does all the dot painting, she's a big Formula One fan, but she's good friends with McLaren. And
oh right, yeah.
You know, she knows whatever his name is. Who's the guy thingy McLaren? Is it Bob or Roger or something? I don't know. The guy that owns McLaren.
What, Ron?
Ron, yeah.
Dennis.
She loosely knows Uncle Ron. She calls him Uncle Ron.
Yeah.
And she Probably doesn't like Williams, I don't think. She hates Ferrari. If you mention Ferrari, she slaps you.
Yeah, it's one of them, innit? Ferrari is... Yeah.
I know nothing of motor racing.
No.
The irony is, I know nothing of motor racing, but because she knows the guys at McLaren and did some artwork for them, I've been to McLaren and I've been to all the bits that the public don't get to go to.
Oh yeah. What's that? The technology centre at Woking, yeah.
Yeah, but I've been into all the little areas that the public never get to see. I've seen secret things.
Yes.
I don't know.
You went to the R&D.
Oh yeah, I wandered around the factory floor, and that's the funny thing. She was saying to me, she said, "It's ironic. You're the least Formula One person in the world, and yet you're getting to see stuff because you're coming with me that you don't even care about. It's really ironic." And I'm like, she said, the people that would give their eye teeth to do this, and I'm like, so it's all good. Cleanest factory I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, very clinical, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you walk in and it's absolutely silent apart from the delicate sound of footsteps on the clean linoleum floor. It's like, this is cleaner than a restaurant.
Yeah.
You could carry out surgery in this factory and it'd be perfectly fine.
Oh yes, all the mechanics wearing gloves.
Yeah. That was a few years ago, that.
Oh yes.
I've still got my McLaren lanyard.
Yeah, I've still got my Silverstone tabard from being a marshal at the MotoGP.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
I'm assuming that's cool. I don't follow motorsport, so...
Yeah, it's just one of them, innit?
I know nothing of such things.
Oh, yes, back in the day. We all have memorabilia and bric-a-brac that we've acquired over time.
Aye. I like to call it like aches and pains, but,
yeah, because it's great to show once every 4 years. Oh, I've got this, and then you're like, why am I keeping all this tat?
Right. Tat. Why am I keeping it when I can sell it on eBay for great monies?
Yeah.
Now remember, folks, Colin and I are doing fiddly painting today, especially if Colin's doing chipping, and I'm doing my grime wash. That's not even on. God damn it, Fox! I try and get the camera in the right place, and I start working, and it's not even in remotely the right place. So we are going to have our magnifiers on, and we're going to be busy doing stuff. So do keep that in mind if you're going to be chatting with us, which we want you to do. Please do. I don't even know if I'm focused now. Please do, but remember, we probably can't see your comment very well because it'll be out of focus. So make sure, if you want to get our attention, start your comment with @ModelMakingGuru, so it puts an orange box and I can see it. Or you can put @Festa67's Workshop, it'll flag it up for him. Or if you want to, you can do a super chat. You can press the dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window and it puts your comment in a coloured box, and then we can both see it. That way we'll not miss your comment, and it'll pop an animation up in the top right hand corner somewhere.
Allegedly.
But if you do a comment and we miss it, apologies. We're busy doing this and it's hard for us to see the chat with lenses flipped down. So just persevere and make sure you do the thing, and then it'll flag it. We'll see our name in an orange box. I'm just going to check my focus because I did fiddle with it, didn't I?
We will try our best.
Yeah. Am I in focus? I think I'm in focus.
Yeah. Nigel's modelling bench says, R.I.P. Frank, you will be missed. Max saying linoleum, Fox. It's actually Chimera marble or Carrera marble.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Spanky floor coverings.
Lino. Oh,
I was walking on the line. Well, I don't know.
Ron Dennis doing the biggest face palm. Not that Ron Dennis will be watching a Warhammer stream, but yeah.
Well, one of the people there was telling me there was a bit where they spent so much money on all the tiles in the centre, and like one of them was not quite matching.
Yeah.
And it was like, Ron Dennis was like, no, that we need to take that tile out. It's not right.
Oh yeah.
It's like that's how much money they spent.
But if you was to see his oven where the carbon fibre's baked, just have a look at the pipes. If any of you are finishing or visiting the technology centre and get to see it, even the pipe runs to this thing, like the copper pipes, are all parallel, perfectly aligned. He is so OCD, it is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, all the tiles and stuff, they're perfectly grouted. Well, I don't think they're grouted, but whatever they've done, they're perfectly aligned and everything's dead neat. And even the detailing bay. I mean, aside from the fact that the factory assembly section was like the quietest place I've ever been.
Yeah.
And it was literally like there were almost things on sprues. It was kind of like racks of stuff being put together. Yeah. But even it's like the guys detailing the vehicles. I don't know whether they were detailing race vehicles or whether they were building actual production vehicles for sale, but there were guys like, machine polishing and detailing vehicles. But they were in this sealed off little bay behind soundproof glass. It's like you can't hear them. And I know what detailing sounds like because I did it. I know what machine polishing's like. And you can't hear them, and they're all wearing like full masks. I don't think they're wearing full suits, and it was like, wow. Isolated away so there's no dust and stuff. Because they want the perfect paint finish, don't they? So they don't want
absolutely
crap getting on there. But I don't know if that was for production cars or for race cars. I think it was for production cars. Oh yeah, it was, because there was one of the there's one of the orange, what's that orange colour, like volcano something or other.
Oh, that would be the McLaren 640, is it?
Not the car. I meant there was one. Yeah, they were making one. It was that. So yeah, it was production cars. I've just remembered.
Yeah.
But I got to see. It's quite cool because you walk along in the public area, and you go past all these big windows on the inside walls, and they're all frosted.
Yeah.
So you can't see what's inside because that's where they're developing their super secret racing stuff.
Yes.
But because we were in the non-public area, because we can see straight over that. See all the techs working on stuff, and it's like, I don't know what any of that is. This is such a wasted privilege on me.
Oh yeah, the technology and the advanced technology that the guys use up there. Second to none, isn't it? It's a whole new level.
But as my friend said, she said, it's like taking a creationist to what did she say? It's like taking a creationist to a museum of evolution. taking you to like a Formula One place. I said, I can appreciate a nice car.
Yeah.
Hello, Mama Foxx.
Hello, Mum. Bless her.
She doesn't like when I stream because she has to make her own brews and everything.
Oh, bless. You don't sort of do her a nice thermal cup with beverages in. Oh,
no, she hasn't got one. You can't get, because she's got. She had these like one of these like anti-spill type cups because she gets tremors and things, and it was really good. But then I found these, like when she was in hospital, I found these ones that are all like the ones you get with two handles, one on either side.
Yeah.
And they're really cool, so I got a load of them, but unfortunately they're not thermal. I can't find insulated ones of those.
Yeah, I use them ones, but with a lid.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't work for her. Do. So I've been watching out for them. Because she's got some tremors, you see, so she can't just use a regular travel cup or a regular insulated cup. But she likes the ones from the hospital, and I like them because they're transparent, so I can see how much tea she's drunk. Because I need to keep an eye on how much doesn't dehydrate herself. So, anyway, I forgot to ask the big question, the big question, which is, of course, folks out there in chat. Well, there's two big things. First of all, bench and belly. What's on your bench? What you're working on. Doesn't have to be a model kit. Could be a drawing. Could be building shells or a paint rack, because we know some of you are building paint racks. You could be, I don't know, trying to conceal a body. Anything at all. Anything creative, what you're trying to do. And what's in your belly? What have you had for your dinner? Or what are you going to have for your dinner? And we don't really care about the model part, but the food part is very important.
Yeah, the model part is totally irrelevant.
Yes.
To what we're doing.
And hopefully we'll get the answers fairly quickly, because like I say, we're in real time. But I do need you guys to feed back to me. If you're getting lots of stuttering and frame rate drops and buffering all the time, do let us know. I know some of you may occasionally get frame rate buffering. I know, Lynn, you tend to get it a lot. but I think that's just your broadband connection. But if everybody's getting buffering all the time, then it means this ultra low latency streaming is not very good for us. Doesn't help that my broadband's also a bit shonky today, which is probably brilliant.
Yeah, it gives you real time though, doesn't it? Which is
Yeah,
what
pretty
you've
much.
been after.
Pretty much. Because I'm looking at this, because when we do our Lehman Russ thing, we're going to have to kind of maybe do it this way, because...
Yes.
Although we don't need to for me and you, but I don't know. Although I did find out some interesting things today. Now this is real behind the scenes factory how sausages are made stuff. But for anybody out there wanting to stream video games and wondering why their video streams look really crap and pixely, I did some research yesterday, and it turns out, because I was struggling to get I tried a new setup yesterday for Skyrim, and it just came out looking like absolute ball sack, basically, let's be honest.
Oh, right, yeah. Biblical ass, as you would say.
Yeah, it was just all... Every time I moved, it was so pixely, and it was full of so many artefacts and stuff. And I did a bit more research, because I always thought it was my bandwidth and my bit rate and stuff like that. Turns out it's not. It turns out that YouTube have 2 codecs for encoding video from streams. Now, I might get the names wrong. They have AV1 and they have V90 or something like that, or VC9 or something like that.
Oh, right.
Now, the unwashed masses, so me and you,
yeah,
we get the AV1 video codec, which is basically garbage for anything that moves at a fair speed. So things that move quickly in that codec, they just come out really pixelated.
Oh, right.
It's not great for like game streams,
Yeah.
and it's what we get on our normal videos as well. Any streaming we do is this AV1 codec. The only way to get the superior V90 or VC9, whatever it's called, is basically because Chris gets the superior codec. His game streams look fantastic.
Yes.
And the only way to get it is to either stream at 1440 or 4K, in which case the default is the higher quality encoder, or to get like more than 1,000 views on a video, and then it switches over. So they're obviously trying to make sure that not everybody gets the super high bandwidth, high data encoding, because that will break their servers. But it means that no matter what I do, I try and churn through like 15,000. I can do 12 or 13,000 megabits upload, a bit rate. But it doesn't matter. I tried loads of different settings yesterday, and it all looks as choppy and crap as normal because it's just their encoding. So I've given up trying to get good quality game streams. They're always going to look horrible when I move around fast.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the backside, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's the same for these kind of streams. We'll never get the nice spanky encoder unless we stream at 4K. But my PC can't handle streaming at 4K, and my broadband absolutely can't.
Not everyone's going to download or view at 4K, are they?
Oh, it doesn't matter, because the video, when it goes onto YouTube, is transcoded into all the different resolutions anyway. So if we stream at 4K, somebody can still watch at 1080p.
Yeah.
But my computer can't. My broadband is nowhere near fast enough to cope with uploading 4K streams. So unless one day I get fibre, it's never going to happen. So I'm a bit sad that I can't... Chris gets these beautifully nice crisp game streams, you see, but he's got super fast fibre broadband, and he can stream at 4K or 1440. So I'm stuck with 1970s broadband, sadly.
I'm not gonna pay the cost of that. Stop that for a game of soldiers.
Oh no! Oh, it's not that expensive. It's just I haven't got it. I've got the option. It's not a service I can get. I can only get fibre to the cabinet here at the moment.
No.
So I'm stuck. So my game streams will never look as crisp and clear as Chris's, sadly.
Oh, lammerkins! I'm really welling up now.
I know. I'm fighting through the tears. Now there's a couple of comments.
Screaming through sadness.
No buffering here. Model making guru. Sound and vision is perfect, says Nige. Cool. Audio is good, but video is blurry. I have had some freeze, but just for a second. I just reloaded the show. Now the video is clear. I think that's your broadband, Lynn.
Yeah.
Because you do seem to get a lot of stream issues when others don't. So I think that's just perhaps your broadband isn't. Yeah. Especially if you're on if you're doing it through Wi-Fi. But I think that's your broadband. Maybe. because you seem to get it with a lot of video content.
She'll tell us off saying our video and audio's bad.
Which is fine, because we need to know.
Oh yeah, but
I do think
more than one stream, I would
yeah.
I would be looking at your own broadband.
Yeah, because you do seem to struggle with it a lot, Lynn. So I think it is something at your end, perhaps. This is where she says, "I've got YouTube set at 480." What?
Yeah.
No. But yeah, we do value the feedback regardless, whether it's, you know, because if a lot of people say it looks crap, then we know it looks crap. Yeah. If one person says it, we know it's not really anything we can do. But it's frustrating that I can't get that encoding on YouTube. I think it's the default encoding on Twitch, but I'll be honest, Twitch scares the crap out of me. I don't understand it.
Twitch, yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't like it, and I wouldn't make money off it. So.
Yeah, I did once, but it was mainly trolls.
I just didn't understand any of the chat things, and it was like, well, how do I make money off this? Oh, well, you've got to do this many hours a month, and you've got to get this many views. Oh, okay, so I'm not going to make any money at all then.
Yeah, it's like more of a faff than it is a help.
Yeah, remind me again why I want to use Twitch? No.
Yeah.
So it's a shame. I'll just have to not move around very fast in Skyrim and Fallout. Oh, wait, I don't. Oh, I'm getting the enamel fumes. Ooh.
Oh, you're getting stoned, are you?
Ever so slightly, but it's the kind of fumes that leave you just kind of nicely, rather than absolutely sponged. It's not like Tammy
you're
is
getting pleasantly stoned then.
Yeah, nicely. But when we used to go on beer sessions in the pub with my mates, we wouldn't say we were drunk. We'd say, how are you? I'm nicely. Oh, that's like when you're lightly drunk. Like Sunday afternoon beer sesh drunk.
Yeah. Slightly merry.
Yeah, I'm just nicely. Now, very important reminder for everybody. Don't forget, of course, next week is a very special Warhammer Sunday. For two reasons. One, it's my birthday, so I expect all the presents, thank you.
Subtly done.
Yeah, and second of all, because of that, we're doing our great big giveaway.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to explain what's going on, Cole? Give you a chance to.
Yeah, we are giving away not one.
Not one.
Not two.
Not two.
But 3.
How many for a
Warhammer
pound?
kits.
And is it free for a pound? Is it free for a pound?
Free for a pound.
It's not even for a pound, is it?
Yeah. We're starting off with an Ork truck.
Yep.
Then it's a Valkyrie, and then it's a big ass Baneblade.
Yeah, we are giving away an Ork truck, a Valkyrie, and a Baneblade next weekend.
Yes.
Or rather, next weekend we're not pulling the actual winners. We're announcing how you do it.
Yeah, we're announcing how you do it.
Yeah.
And all that needs to be done, and yeah.
And then the week after, we'll pull the winners. So, make sure, even if you can't watch much today, make sure you at least watch next week, or watch on the catch-up if you can't watch it live.
Absolutely.
And we'll make sure it's able. Jesus Christ, Fox, use your words. We'll
get your teeth in, mate.
Yeah, we'll do it in a way that people who can't watch live can still take part.
Yes.
Because everybody should have a chance to win a Baneblade. Or some other stuff that nobody cares about.
Yeah, you've got to be in it to win it.
Yep. So, and what we're going to be doing is, because they're Games Workshop kits, of course, you don't need to worry about, I'm in this country, can I enter because I'll get charged import duties. We don't have the kits here. We will just order them from Games Workshop on your behalf.
Yeah.
So, it'll be just like ordering from Games Workshop. There'll be no, unless you normally get import duty when you order from Games Workshop, there should be no stupid charges. Won't cost you a penny. We'll just literally place the order with your name and address. I need to put more soup. More soup? No, not soup. Paint, Fox. That's the word you're looking for, not soup. Where the hell did soup just come from? Good God.
No idea, mate.
Oh, dear me. Nurse, the screens. So yeah, make sure you watch it next week.
Nurse.
We might announce it at the start. We might announce it in the last minute of the show, which will be the best thing to do. Of course.
Yeah, it's kind of, obviously, it's the kindness of a benefactor who would like to remain anonymous.
An anonymous, yes. Somebody,
massive thank you.
excuse me, let's just say it's somebody that you all know. But it's not one of us, it's one of you guys. One of you guys, one of your lovely friends in the community, contacted me and says, when I joined the community, I've got me thingies down and I can't say. When I joined the community, it was very welcoming. When I started watching your stuff and Colin's stuff, it was a very welcoming community. They made me feel welcome, and they really encouraged me to, to do my work and painting and stuff. So I want to give something back. And he said, so here is a budget. Please choose some things to give to the community. And I don't want any fanfare about it. I don't want my name mentioned. So I'm like, so you have a mysterious benefactor because you were all very nice to this person. They're giving something back to you. So this is why it's so nice and valuable to have a good community spirit, because sometimes it gets paid back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's nice that I really cherish the fact that the community that's built up around my stuff and around your stuff, Colin, others, the community I've become part of, that didn't exist before I started all this, is now kind of nice and friendly and supportive for the most part. It's all friendly and supportive. The community around the boom hut and stuff, it's all friendly because we don't tolerate bullshit. We don't tolerate nonsense. It doesn't last very long. The
nicer side of the community.
And this is why it's worth it. Anyway, there's lots of tags for me. Graham McRobber says mine is fine. Lynn says video is on big telly, which is on Ethernet cable. My laptop is Wi-Fi. A TDS sucks. I'm not going to complain because it's not worth it. No one would listen. Oh, yeah, it sounds like your broadband.
Lankins.
Don't worry, we've all had crappy broadband, and eventually you get past it and service gets better. But there in the US, of course, you are on the back foot anyway, because the US doesn't have the best broadband in the world.
And she is also in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, you are in kind of like New Mexico. So, yeah, you have to get the aliens to come and fix it and sort it out for you and boost the signal. Because they're everywhere, aren't they? Dang, I'll be at work. Happy early birthday, Foxx. Dang, I'm not going to win anything, except it's going to be available for people who can't watch it live. So,
yeah,
we're not going to pull the winner next week. Yeah, the winner will be pulled the week after. We just haven't quite figured out how we're going to do it yet, but we'll get there.
We don't think like that, do we?
No.
We're just like, we're going to do this, and it's like,
Next week we'll just tell you how you can enter, basically. Got the grub on that. I've not cleaned it yet, but look how grubby that is. Grubbula.
I know. Grubbier than the grubby thing.
Now I'm going to leave that to dry for a bit because even though I've just put fresh paint in the pot, you dingleberry, and I'm also using the wrong brush. God damn it! I wonder why it was taking longer. It's because I'm using the tiny brush. You spoon.
You've been special again.
Colin, I'm an idiot. What am I?
An idiot.
How many idiots do you get for £1?
3 for £1.
No, you get 32 because they can't count. Get your idiots. Random number for £1.
Yeah, get your idiots here, ladies. Come on, ladies. Step right up. Step right up.
What if I want 6? That'd be £1. What if I want 25? That'd be £1. What about 7? That'd be £1. What about 13?
Lots.
Are you an idiot, son?
Lots for £1.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yay, good. Lots. Yeah, that's all numbers, that. Yeah, so I can't wait to tell someone that they've won a Baneblade. Oh,
I know.
I mean, we had a budget, and we tried to find things that were good bang for your buck. So we've gone for a different range. We've gone for the 20-odd quid range, the 40-odd quid range, and the Baneblade range. And there's a lot of choices for the different price brackets we had, but we tried to make sure that you don't just get for 20 quid you can buy 5 Space Marines. Well, that's a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
Why not win a whole dirty grey Ork truck?
Yeah.
It's only a simple kit, but it's a lot more plastic for your money than.
And it was just tying it into stuff that we built as well, wasn't it, on stream? So we've both done Baneblades, and I do Ork stuff.
Have I done a Baneblade? Have you done a Baneblade?
Yeah, I might have done the Insane Blade.
Did you do an Insane Blade?
Yeah.
Oh, you must have kept that quiet.
Yeah, someone kept saying to me to add bits to it.
Who told you that? What kind of idiot told you to do that? I was going to do something like that.
Yeah, that one.
You need to reevaluate your friendships, dude. It's somebody telling you nonsense like that.
Yeah.
You want to watch that? They'll be telling you to stick smokestacks on your Ork things next.
Exactly. It started off with a rope bridge, then it would be, Oh, crow's nest would fit, and then sail and yeah.
You know, you hang around with idiots, you end up building crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those. It was my first build. I thought I would start off subtly.
Also, being your first Warhammer build, you just did whatever you were told because you didn't know otherwise.
Exactly. You know.
Not that I knew that and took advantage of that at all.
Of course you wouldn't.
I would never do such a thing. Would I? Would I do such a thing?
But yeah, and then it was it, wasn't it? You know. How about you put everything in the box on the Baneblade? Okay, I can do that, and yeah.
Although it wasn't truly everything in the box because you couldn't use the figures, but that was kind of allowed.
But yeah, every configuration of the Baneblade is on the one Baneblade. Yeah.
Kick ass, and not in the way you think.
Yeah.
Now the advantage
It
of
is
this
one of those. Sorry.
No, go on.
It is one of those when people see it, they're like, how, why, what? Yeah.
Yeah, but then they go, that's the best thing ever.
I am looking forward to painting it.
See, we've often said, like, you often think to yourself, how the hell am I going to beat that now? Because I've started with a showstopper, basically. I can't beat, but there is a way to beat that. I suddenly realised, literally just now, there's only one way to beat the Insane Blade.
Go on then.
And that is to basically build another Insane Blade, but instead of starting off and building all the things in the kit, what you do is you start off with 2 Baneblade kits and see what happens. That's the only way to better the Insane Blade.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that, should I?
Not really. No.
God,
Think of the amount of sponsons.
oh dear. Well, that would be fine, except I'd actually end up pulling out my own eyes trying to pinwash all those sponsons. I'm getting bored pinwashing these sponsons, and there's only 8 on this thing, on these 2 tanks.
Catamaran Baneblade.
A Baneblade train. That's been done,
Yeah.
but a Bane train.
Yeah. And of course, this has got nothing to do with someone wanting one built for them at all, is it?
I wouldn't. Excuse me. Hang on, I need to clear my throat. I wouldn't expect you to ship an Insane Blade made of 2 Baneblades to me, because that would cost you like £100 in shipping or something. It cost me like £75 to ship things to the US, so shipping an Insane Blade in the UK. Crikey Riley.
Yeah, see, how the hell would you pack it?
Well, when I sent George's Cesabe earlier this week, that was like £71 shipping.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
Yeah, there's copious amounts of magnetism going
Magnetismers.
on.
Let's have a look. What's chat doing? You keep on going. I'll do a
build to do.
Yeah, I'll do a little chat, Dolly. Mike, what are you doing?
I'm chipping.
Chipping. He's chipping. He's chipping. La, la, la. Max says, "Oh man, I've just coated myself in Viejo black model wash. Be right back."
Oh no.
At least it's not as bad as spilling Norn oil on your workbench, and you'll never get it out.
Yeah. Did it get in all the nooks and crannies? That's the key.
Well, it depends where he spilt it. Darren Edmonds is in, says, "Hello everyone, welcome Darren. Welcome. Darren, as you can see, Darren is a channel member because he's got a funky little thing after his name. And he can use the special member-only emoji. Ooh.
Oh, I could hear you.
Oh, hello, that came from nowhere. Oh. La, 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 la. Max says, perfect audio, but like Lynn, the picture is a bit blurry. That could be at my end. That could be at our end. It will vary. I'll have a look back on the replay anyway later on. But am I a bit dark, by the way? No.
Yeah, just a tad.
Let me slide the thing with the slidey thing.
Let me load up YouTube, mate, and I'll let you know.
No, I wouldn't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about that, because you're already streaming, so you've already got low bandwidth anyway. So that would be a bias test. Are you there, dude?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, you'd get a biased result because you're already uploading stuff anyway, because you're uploading to the stream, aren't you? So you've already got reduced bandwidth, so...
Yeah, the only reason it looks blurry, Cole, is because you've got your Optivisor lenses down.
Yay! Mine is fine. Videos on the... we've done that one. Max says, I did a belly and bench earlier. What we're having is as good as the cut de boeuf. Ooh, I missed that. Yeah. You may need to repost that because I missed it. Because we asked bench and belly and then I didn't read any of them, did I? I'll come back to bench and belly in a minute. I'm waiting for things to dry anyway.
Just can't get the stuff.
Bobbin says, I am back and moist for the woob. What's the word, Col?
Woob.
Woob. Candygram is stoked for the giveaway on December the 5th. I almost never enter contests because shipping from the UK to the US is so expensive. It will cost you nothing. Now, as I say, if you normally get import charges from Games Workshop if you order stuff, then you're going to get import charges. But I don't know how Games Workshop do it, but I assume it will be the same. I will basically say I'm in the US if you're in the US and you win. I'll say I'm in the US, please order this, and that's so it's just as if you ordered it.
Yeah.
Nigel says, next stage of model making Guru's weathering, a soup filter. Ooh, no, that's my moustache. Thank you, Mr. Wonderful Person, says Lynn. But I don't know who that's to.
That was to the benefactor that's done.
Oh, right, yes. Lynn says, just went blurry, restart show times. Bah. Free for £1, says Lynn, but she spells it actually free for £1. 28. Lynn says 28 watching and 17 thumbs up. Come on, peeps. Lynn says, okay, my video keeps going blurry and I want donuts, so I'm going to the store. Be right back. Oh, donuts.
Bless her.
Ooh, special emoji, said Darren, then doing a special emoji. Good girl. I'm looking forward to this giveaway next week, says Max. Good luck to everyone who's entering it. My hands resemble a non-oil washed human, Colin.
Oh.
Yeah. Lynn, we need to know about these donuts. What kind of donuts?
Yeah, we want all the ingredients, all the coatings.
Yeah. See,
sprinkles.
I regret every time I have to go to Tesco's for something for Mama Fox, because I can't go into Tesco's without coming out with a whole mess of sushi and a 12-pack of Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh, really?
Because they have the 12-pack of different flavours, so you get all the different flavours, one of each, in a 12-pack. And it's like, I can't eat donuts because it kills my teeth, but I have to eat them. And then I eat them, and then I'm in pain and sadness. Yeah. Right, let's see if I can find some bench and belly while my paint is drying. I'm seeing
we are men of a certain age, so our teeth are a bit sensitive nowadays.
Yeah. Max says, belly will be slow roast lamb with butternut and roast spuds. Bench, I've started painting the Ork boys. There we go. Butternut squash. I like butternut squash. EC Idaho says, Colin, nice checker pattern on the hood stack.
It's getting there, mate. It's getting there.
Yeah, you start...
A few little bits of touching up to do in a few places, but... Yeah.
You're starting ever so slightly to enjoy it now, aren't you, the checkery bits?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's...
I always get you wrong, Col. It's fun.
Yeah, it's not going to win awards, don't get me wrong, but I'm not after that. It's, you know, it's all at the end of the day.
You're not in it for the awards, you're in it for the girls.
Yeah.
You're in it for the girls and the consequence-free sex. That's what you're in it for. That's why we're all doing. That's why we're all in for this model lark, because it's all for the girls and the consequence-free sex. That's why
it's
we
for
do
the
any of this.
fame, the glory, and the adulation, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
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 I'm letting this paint dry. I just realised I missed a whole chunk of area out that I forgot to put weathering on. So now I've got to wait for more paint to dry before I can weather it. Dirk Nabbit. I could do these wheels at the same time, actually. That's a good point. I kind of need to do the wheels.
That is a good point.
I've not done any grime on the wheels because they're going to get weathered, but I suppose I should do some. Round its nuts. I need to grime its nuts. At the very least. You should always have grimy nuts.
Post it. Do
No, don't post your nuts. That's a whole different type of video channel.
Trying to get them through the letterbox.
I'd really discover how high pitched my voice can go in that case.
Cool, yeah.
Contralto, quite possibly.
Especially if the owner owns a Rottweiler.
Right, what are we having a wibble about today? I think it's your turn to have a wibble this week, Col. I had a wibble up in the last
Having a
few...
wibble.
Yeah, I think it's your
God.
turn for a wibble. We've not had a wibble from you for a while, have we?
What can we have a wibble about?
What clouds does this old man need to shout about today?
Do you know something? I don't think I've really got anything to wibble about, to be quite honest with you. It's,
That just sounds like lies to me.
yeah, it's just like, I can't be asked to wibble. You know, it's just like, yeah. I don't know. Weather, miserable.
No, it's snowing today. I was like, ooh, snow, yay!
Christmas, too commercial.
Christmas is rubbish. My birthday, absolutely far too commercial for everybody else, but that's good.
Yeah.
My birthday is the only thing that people should spend money on. This is obviously correct.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Absolutely. Rip-off prices and shrinkflation. That's my wibble.
See, when you started saying shrinkflation, I thought you were going to say shrink wrap, and then I thought about food that comes in shrink wrap, and now I'm really hungry.
No, it's like, we all know that, you know, I mean, if...
He's off.
You know, you buy a tin of Quality Streets now or other sweets. The lid is practically that close to the bottom that they're touching.
Yeah.
How thin can they get a bar of fruit and nut now? They've actually stopped using complete nuts and they grind them down, and it's about the thickness of a fag paper. Biscuits, the ends of the packets are so close together now you can't tell whether you're getting one or two biscuits. Not that it gives me the ump, but you know, it's like Terry's orange, right? Look how thin the segments have got now. They bowl it so that you don't get as much. Or you buy a sandwich in a shop and they've put the filling right at the front edge where the window is so it looks full. When you open up the bread, there's nothing in there.
Don't even mention pasties.
Yeah, so it's not a wibble.
Big air
Well, yeah,
pockets.
it is, because it gives me the raging ump. You open a bag of crisps, once the air's escaped, there's like 7 in one corner. Get over it, gits. Robin, I can't say what I want to call them. Bar stewards, there you go.
I think you just talk more than you've ever talked on this stream ever before in the entire cumulatively in the history of the world.
It just gives you the ump though, doesn't it? Because it's like, they think that we're that stupid that we're not going to notice.
No.
It's like Pringles, you know, rich tea biscuits, right? Oh, God, you got me going.
I'm just cracking on with some work now.
Rich tea biscuits, right? Now, I'm a dunker. I like a good dunk. Now, you never used to be able to get a complete rich tea biscuit in a cup without biting one of the sides a bit to get it to fit. Now, it's about the size of a 5p piece. It's like, really? Oh.
And then Colin breathed in.
Cake's got. Oh, that's my head in.
Did I press a button then? I think I did, didn't I?
Yeah, and they're trying to, oh, it's because of Brexit. No, it's got nothing to do with that. You're ripping your customers off.
The only thing I hate about shrinkflation is the fact that it always gives the Daily Mail something to spew some crap about.
Yeah.
And anything that helps the Daily Mail is evil in my book. That paper needs to be just shut down, but, you know.
Boxes of cereal. That's another one that gives me the ump now. Yeah, I'm on me bloody soapbox. Let's close the lid because that's going to dry by the time I'm done. Boxes of cereal, folks. Now, you know, you get the big old toolbox, don't you? Thump. You open it up and the bag's like just over halfway up, in it. So you're buying half a box of air, but they don't want to shrink the box down because they know that you'll know that they're taking the pee because there's hardly anything in it.
I think I might need to apologise to the community for starting this.
It does, though. It winds you up, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Nigel
obviously.
says what pees him off is when you get a great big box of breakfast bars that has 6 packs in it, with breakfast bar in each is about a quarter of volume. They could get 6 bars in half the box. Exactly. Mars bars. There's another one. Right? You get a Mars bar, it's a bit bigger than a fun size Mars bar used to be. Now, they sell the king size, which is the old bloody Mars bar. It's nearly, you know, they put the price up. It's like, Big Macs. Well, don't get me going on that.
What,
a Big Mac. A Big Mac now is like that, isn't it?
Don't get him going on that, he says.
you know, I turn up at the Mackie D's, which is rare, and I open it up and I go, can't I have the one in the photograph up there that looks like it's got actual burger in it? I mean, that's the thickness of a beer mat, crying out loud. Oh. Can't breathe. I just does your head in, mate, doesn't it? It's really.
I think this is the quietest I've ever been on a live stream.
I mean, how small the bounty bar's got? You said have a wibble, mate. Honestly, I mean, you know, you get it now, and it's like two fat-ass little bits of chocolate that are no bigger than a Brazil nut. It's like, what's that supposed to be? Christ. Nigel says pepperami, they used to be about a foot long. Yeah, they look like a badly rolled roll-up, don't they, Nigel? You know, they're like a twiglet. Twiglets! There you go.
I knew that was going to happen. The moment you said twiglet.
Yeah, oh, man.
But what have the Romans ever done for us, apart from...
Oh, it just gives you the hump, doesn't it? It really does. It's like, why? You know? Soap powder. Now, you know, get big box powder, right? So you used to buy your big boxes. Then it was, get these new compact ones. You don't want a big box, you want one of these ones. So you'd buy that one, because apparently it was concentrated. And then they bring out, oh, what would be a good idea? Let's put this back in a big box and charge you twice the effing price for it. Oh, bloody does. Lenore, concentrate. Right. You used to. Now it says buy this eco-friendly shizzle. Yeah, looking at the post-it because it's your channel. Yeah. What we've done is we've taken the water out of it so that you can put your own in. So you pay to put the water in because it's now on a meter, so you pay for that. And then they go and charge you more for it because it's concentrated. Hold up a minute. There's no bloody water in it. I've got to use my own. Oh, it does my head in. It really, to me, a paint. Is it me, or have they shrunk the size of the pots?
They used to be 25mm, now they're 10mm, but that's like in the last 15 years.
Yeah, but...
They still sell the big ones, I think, but...
Yeah, probably twice the price. But yeah. Anyway, you can get me off full screen, you git.
Yeah.
Ah, oh, man.
Welcome to Rabbi Bloom's Gentle Thoughts of the Day.
I'm sorry, folks,
no,
but he
was...
said have a wibble. I didn't think I had one, but this has been building up for a while, you've probably noticed.
Since like 1985.
Oh, it's just, I look at my poor missus, you know, trying her best to run an house on one wage, because obviously, you know, I'm useless. And you see the disappointment in the price rises in her face, and her being Scottish and all, well...
That's...
She'll stand there with 2 tins of peas going, this one feels like it's got more in it.
Can you imagine if she was half Scottish, half Yorkshire?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know how that would work, because that would just be like a money black hole. Nothing ever comes out.
Yeah. But I mean, I can remember my mum saying, I'm still on this wibble you get. I can remember my mum, when I was living at home, go and get the quality streets from the cupboard, and you would struggle to lift the thing. It was that big a tin. And
you were like 2 foot tall at the time, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but the tins were deep, weren't they? Yeah. They were deep. Now, it's like that. And it's like you've got one layer of all the crappy sweets that nobody likes in the tub, and it's like...
Yeah, all the toffee ones. I don't know why they put the toffee one. Nobody likes toffee.
Sorry, Dave. Foxx said, have I got a wibble, mate? And I'm in one now. Max says, concentrated deodorant runs out in a week. We've been taken for mugs. Yeah. Look how small the ball is on a roll-on now. You've got to use half the bottle to do one armpit.
Wait, people still use roll-ons from like 1978? Wow.
Nigel's got one. Kenko coffee. The refill bags are eco-friendly, so why are they more expensive by weight than buying a glass jar? Exactly.
Here's a question. Why does it cost the same to buy a video game as to in a box from a shop as it does to buy it online as digital download?
Absolutely.
Well, they'd have to pay for the box. Yeah.
Max McGinn's got one. brilliant one. I remember, he says, when there was a breakfast bar ad that says, start your day with 7-day breakfast bars. But the thing is, he says, you only get 6 in a box. So the 7-day thing don't work.
Well, that's like the Party 7. It's 7 pints in a tin, but when you open it, you lose about 3 pints.
Yeah.
Just in the explosion.
Ross is on about the Quality Street. You know, I mean, they've gone after size. I mean, next year, Quality Streets, they're going to roll them down with a rolling pin to flatten them out to make the container even skinnier.
They'll just call it Blackpool Rock.
Oh, mate.
Lynn says...
Darren Edmonds says, this reminds me of an Alf Garnett rant.
I was just thinking that the moment you started.
I'm bold. I'm from the East End, and yeah, I wear a pork pie hat, and I support West Ham. Yeah.
Lynn says, dang, I'm walking out the door and Colin gets on his soapbox. I must rewatch this. Be right back.
Oh, mate, it's his fault.
Hi, Dave. Hope you're having a good day, says William to Dave. Hey, Dave, by the way, welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
In answer to your question, though, mate, not much of a wibble, to be honest.
No, you got nothing to wibble about now?
Nah.
All good with you? Good. There you go. I'm glad you're so contented with everything. It's always good.
Absolutely, mate.
It's always good when people are contented with their lot. My paint's still not dried yet, so I'm twiddling my thumbs. I do like the fact that with this ultra low latency, I can say to people, everybody type the word mammal in chat now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No one's going to
7,
type it, are they?
8, 9, 10, 11. There you go, Nigel. 11 seconds, but that's assuming slow typing.
Yeah, Nigel says, now let's have a Foxx wibble. Yeah, go on.
I've got nothing to wibble about.
I said that.
I know, but I haven't. I've got Barry's tea, and I can't wibble about Barry's tea.
Jar Jar Binks. Come on, let's give your true impression of Jar Jar Binks.
There's nothing. I've said that so many times. There's nothing for me. There's nothing fresh for me to say about Jar Jar Binks. I can't. There's nothing. I've quite enjoyed not talking for the last 3.5 hours, to be honest.
A distinct lack of a star Space 1999 Eagle in your life.
That's not a wibble. That's just sadness.
That's just heartbreaking.
I don't want to make another one, but I want that one back.
Is this where we need to convince Pete that he really needs some extra space and that it would be better off the big kits get displayed at your house? That
except I've got nowhere to put it. So.
Yeah, that means that Ted would end up getting the sub back and Mrs. Ted might then get the ump with us all.
Yeah. Max McGinn says, have a wibble on fine cast resin. I've never actually built anything out of fine cast resin. I've only got one fine cast resin kit, and that's Slime Marble, and I've not actually built it yet. I just know that it's supposed to be very bad, so... Fox say, type wibble now.
Yeah. 2,
3, 4, 5.
There you go, Nigel, straight in, wibble.
It's not even updated on my chat yet. My chat's clearly slow.
Yeah.
There we go. Obviously there's a lag with my chat, so...
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? My chat quicker than yours, but I suppose it would be, being that, I'm not the one streaming.
Yeah, I'm doing the streaming, aren't I, so... But it depends on... Don't forget, I'm on the desktop version of YouTube on an iPad.
Yeah,
so.
But certainly give us your opinion on the ultra-low latency, because it does seem to certainly work where the chat's concerned, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's do something like... Because it's the kind of thing that if we do, like... If we ever do, like, giveaways and stuff where it needs to be, like, the fastest finger type stuff... Like, for, say, the Monday show, it might be worth us doing that, because then it's more real time.
Yeah, the Monday E-Model show, yeah.
But if I was to say, we could say things like... I don't know.
Well, especially when it comes to what's in store, your chance to win nothing. Bing. Go.
Yeah, bang, there you go.
Straight in.
Go. The first person to correctly spell and type the name of the dinosaur that had a big club on the end of its tail, and correctly spell it, gets to live, then, Yeah. Everybody's typing wibble. Right, I'm going to start doing this little bit of weathering now, I think. I think by the time I get to one end, it'll have... Ooh, I'm stuck on me rug. Ooh. Anyway, yes, what's bench and belly for you then, dude? You've got the bench bit, but what's your belly bit? What's the plan for this evening's?
This evening will be the usual Sunday roast. I think it's beef this week, mate.
Ooh, beef, you say? Ooh. God's own meat.
Yeah.
Meat of kings. Don't know what we're having tonight. I was going to do some Fox's mess with bacon in it, but it might end up just being Chinese because there's also a lot of washing up, and I can't be bothered doing washing up and cooking.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of washing up. Clubarsadsaurus, says Mac. No. It's one of my favourite dinosaurs. It's basically a tank.
Everyone's got to make a dinosaur.
Everybody make a dinosaur. Dinosaur's the best thing ever. Do you know the one thing that's better than dinosaurs?
What's that?
Nothing. There's nothing better than dinosaurs.
I thought there was going to be a Deep Space Nine meme or something coming.
No, there's literally nothing better than dinosaurs. Anybody that says otherwise is clearly an idiot. Because dinosaurs are greater than everything.
Oh, yeah. It's dinosaurs, isn't it?
Dinosaurs! Dinosaurs better than everything else. And Darren Edmonds says Ankylosaurus, which is correct and also spelled correctly. Darren Edmonds wins the right to stay alive. There we go. Everyone else is toast now.
Absolutely. I am impressed.
Yep. Everybody's now looking up Ankylosaurus.
A nice swig of tea. Swig of tea time.
Oh yes, my tea's got a bit cold, but I'll fight through the tears and drink it anyway. I heard that.
Bobbin says the only thing better than dinosaurs is more dinosaurs.
Exactly.
The only other thing that would be good is Major Kira riding a dinosaur.
Oh, now that's
whilst wrinkling her nose.
Now that's some proper nerd porn. That is. That's proper hardcore nerd porn. You filthy, dirty little bugger.
It is, isn't it? Whilst wearing a cave woman's outfit.
Oh, I don't know about that. Because you haven't seen the Mirror Universe episodes yet. You might change your mind about the cave woman outfit.
Yeah, this is the one where she's how can we say? Yeah.
Yeah. Leather, shiny things. Oh yeah.
Is it up there with the Susie Quattro leather catsuit that she wore?
Yeah. It's up there with Princess Leia's gold bikini.
Sally James. Is it up there with
it's up there with that.
Oh no. What episode number?
It's episode number the one after 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 the one. That's the first episode.
I thought you was going to tell me then. Damn.
No. It's for you to look forward to.
It's the most watched episode of DS9 ever.
Yeah. Oh, it's a few episodes. Don't you start looking. I can hear you typing. Don't you start looking it up. Otherwise, you'll spoil the surprise when you get to that episode. You have to remember, I can hear your ham-fisted typing a mile away.
You know me too damn well, don't you? God.
I do. Well, don't forget, you are pressed right into my eardrum.
Moist.
Ew.
Puberty.
Ew! Ew, don't say pubes in my ear.
Always gets you, that one.
Yeah. Look at the pubularity.
Probus.
Probus. I like that. Look at the probularity. Yes, you were saying you didn't know what Hero Quest was. Have you not watched the video with Bardic Broadcasts? Where he's like talking about Hero Quest. Look at the muscularity. You must have... I've pimped it so much. God damn it. It's one of the funniest things you'll see on the internet.
Mate, I'm useless. You've been trying to get me to watch DS9 for how many years?
Yeah, but this is when I put a link in the mod chat and say, hey guys, go and watch this. And everybody else watches it.
How long was it before I started clicking the Duncan Roads links? It was like, yeah, I'll get there. And then it was, yeah, I can't click off of it now.
Have you stayed married for so long? I do not know how H puts up with you. I really don't.
Fear. In answer to that question,
Fear from your
Fear.
end, not from her end.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm too scared to go anywhere else.
Yeah, but it's how she puts up with you, I don't know.
Oh, mate, she needs a medal, mate. Absolutely needs a medal, bless her. Diamond. She really is. And I'm saying all of that because, yes, the correct assumption is directly the other side of this door.
Yeah, you should always assume.
Is my darling.
Or,
And, yeah.
or let's think of it a little bit of Edward de Bona lateral thinking if she was watching the stream, because that would be the even easier option.
She's done that before.
Yeah, so you can never assume she's not watching the stream.
Absolutely, she's done that before, mate.
Yeah, just to see what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Speed dusting, is it? She says. I was like, yeah, all right. Don't be gagging, love. You'll be gagging, she says, when I have my hands around your throat. All right, love. Point taken.
Fair point, well made.
Yeah.
You got a good point there, love. I'll just get in the box myself. I'll just head down to the
She
cellar.
sits there and she just looks at me and goes, "How old are you? How old is he? Really? You're worse than 2 7-year-old school kids who have just found a packet of forest porn."
Oh God, forest porn. Oh yes,
You know, so
forest
yeah.
porn's the best porn.
So in answer to your question, yes, she has watched the Warhammer Sunday.
Good. Hey,
Really,
H.
she says. Yeah. Finally, she says, there's someone who's just as bad as you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm basically 7, so
Yeah.
like I always say, I'm like 7.5, and I'm falling out of trees. So that's what I'm doing. That's where I am.
Yeah. I'm the same age as Dave. Dave's 7.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've aged much better. I look a more youthful 7 than Dave. Although I am jealous of Dave's white hair, because I've always wanted white hair.
Oh yeah, he is Captain Birdseye, isn't he?
I know. I mean, I'm really chuffed that I've actually got my first grey hairs in my beard, and it's like the best. I'm like, oh, brilliant!
Oh yeah.
Now I need my entire head.
Oh,
Now I need all the hair on my head to go white. Oh, that's not happening.
they grow so well.
I know.
But yeah, when Dave had his long hair in lockdown, it was Captain Birdseye.
Yeah. I mean, most people fight against the grey hairs, but I'm like, yay! I want a white beard.
I would fight against any hair on my head, but my beard is grey.
Yeah.
It's got grey bits.
But that's the thing.
More noticeable when it's longer.
The thing is, if you've got like normal hair colour and you grow a big beard, you look like a hobo.
Yeah.
But if you've got white hair and you grow a big beard, it's awesome, and you don't look like a hobo at all. You look like a wise, knowledgeable person of age.
Yeah, a wizened old chap.
Yes, with
around the globe.
great knowledge and knowings.
Yeah.
But you know, if I grow my beard long, I just look like a rail train. You know, like I hang out on trains and hobo style, ride the railroad.
Yeah, you get the full David Bellamy going, don't you? Rummaging through the undergrowth.
Yeah, I look like I'm claiming something in the benefits office, is what I look like. Oh, this is taking a while. This is going to be a long process, this.
Yeah,
Yes.
but in it fun.
Oh, God, yeah. I love doing this. I like vertical surfaces because you're literally just pulling the brush down to pull the enamel paint down to get streaks, and that's all you need to do. It's so simple. Although all the people can see is the back of my hand, but...
You do like a bit of streaking.
I like to...
that's why I swap my camera over to this side. But
Yeah, I can't do that because the string isn't long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like to streak on a Sunday.
Yeah,
I find it wholesome and invigorating, especially on a cold day.
Yeah, this webcam I run through USB extension, and it's perfect.
This one and this one too, but it's just not long enough to go on the other. I planned everything and got everything in the right place, and then forgot about that. And just never got round to getting more extension cables.
You had one simple task.
Well, my other camera mount does have an extension cable on it, but it's a lightning to USB extender, so it's from a camera.
Yeah.
And the thing I'm struggling with at the minute is I've only got one camera grip left, which is the one I'm using now. It's like a grip like that shape.
Yeah.
And I can't find them anywhere. They tend to break, and it's like if it breaks, I'm screwed. But I can't find them. The only way I can find them is on the end of a boom arm, which I've got 3 of already. They're only like 15 quid, but I don't want to buy another boom arm just for the clip on the end, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's like, really? Yeah. Yeah, you would think the manufacturer of those would have a site where you could just buy them as separates, but I suppose they want to sell the boom arms, don't they?
Well, they probably can. It's just on Amazon, they're always sold out, and it's like I've tried searching for them on the internet, but given that they're all like unknown Chinese manufacturers, you never find anything. And you start searching for like, you know, camera grips and smartphone clamps, and they do all kinds of things.
Oh, look how many people rushed out and paid silly prices for webcams during lockdown, and they're all on eBay now.
Yep.
You know, so if you're looking for a cheap webcam, folks,
for sale, webcam comes with a free puppy as well.
Yeah, used once. It's like,
yeah, because they got the webcam to do. Eh?
Sorry, mate, go on.
They got the webcams to do remote working and conference calling, and then got fired anyway. So.
Yeah, that's it. You know, but yeah, there are some good bargains to be had, folks.
Bargains.
So just keep an eye out if you're in the market for one.
What we selling? Sorry?
Webcams.
Oh, right. £3 for a pound.
Get your webcams here, ladies. Yeah, not 1, not 2, but 3 for a pound.
Pound. Pound of webcams.
It is funny when you go all mockney. It is comical.
I do my best. I'm here to entertain folks. There's no better entertainment than me making a spoon of myself. I'm not so proud that I won't make a complete plonker of myself for the entertainment of the masses.
Oh, absolutely.
To say otherwise would be disingenuous. It was a nice streak. I don't know why I'm doing all this streaking, because this is going to get covered up with other streaking anyway. I'm just kind of going a bit too far with these now.
Because you like a bit of streaking, mate.
Yeah, but the difficulty with this one is on the other tank, these all disappeared away and was quite subtle, but on this tank, because it's a light colour, the same streaking product looks a lot darker. So the whole thing looks like it's been just in a streaking factory. And I'm trying to avoid that. You see, I don't know if you can see on camera the streaks on that bit there. It's quite nice, but it looks a lot more... It looks like the whole thing's been doused in oil for months. The streaking looks a lot more intense on this tank than on the other one. Might have to get rid of some of the streaks. You can't have everything streaking. It's a bit ridiculous.
That's the trouble, isn't it? You do get carried away, don't you? You can start weathering something, and you're like, I might have gone a bit mad there.
Yeah,
I'll just cover it up.
Yeah, you kind of break the law of how things really weather, which is randomly and unevenly, and you suddenly get every single thing has the same bit of weathering. It's like,
yeah, wrong. Yeah. You start getting parallel chips and things. It's like, yeah. I find I tend to rotate parts around if that starts to happen, and do some that way, do some this way. And...
I did that, but I haven't got that kind of flexibility anymore. I have to take pills afterwards. So. Nothing is up there with Susie Quattro's leather Trocadero outfit, and I'm 60, says Mac.
Oh yeah, now you're talking.
Ninja says I'll be having toad in a hole with veg bench monogram. I'll start again. There's punctuation missing. I will be having toad in a hole with veg. Bench monogram F15C 148 scale. Cool.
Oh, nice.
Darren Edmonds says, Forest Porn, what was that all about? You'd never see that anymore. I know. Because there's an internet.
No. Always was a stash, wasn't there, in a black bag in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. Totally Scale Model says, I have a question. Damn, it's a proper question. What is a good medium to glue fibre optics to plastic? I had used super glue in the past, but I found it turns the fibres brittle. Was thinking using black tulip. Crap. PVA glue would work.
Yeah, PVA, Elmer's glue.
Yeah, PVA or Elmer's glue as is in the US.
I used, when I did my last one, I used hot glue, with a glue gun.
Oh yeah, hot glue. Unless it's like...
Just put a little tiny blob of that inside and just quickly used me spudger to press the fibre optic into it, and that was it.
Yep.
That's all I used.
And don't forget, of course, if you've got things like, let's say it's the side of a spaceship, it's got little tiny portholes, little holes where you want the lights coming out. One thing that you used to do on filming miniatures was have the fibre optic coming out of the hole.
Yes.
And then you snip it back.
Yeah.
But you still glue it in place on the inside. But that's where you could use PVA or something like that. I don't know how permanent PVA is, but PVA would work.
Yeah, canopy glues, anything like that.
Yeah, canopy glue. You've got your what's it called? The micro crystal clear, that kind of stuff. Canopy glues, Revell contactor clear. Yeah. And what I tend to do is when I use things like that, like I did on the Eagle transporter, if you're doing fibre optics as well and you want some light blocking, what you could do is if you've got a row of, say, lights and you've got fibre optics going through holes and you've snipped them back and glued them in place, put some thick electrical tape over them.
Yeah.
Not only is it going to hold them in place even more, it's also going to block them from light, giving out light anywhere from inside the model. So when I did the Eagle transporter, I put the windows in the top of the pod. I caked them in PVA glue and canopy glue. And then I don't think I filmed it, but when I'd done all that and it all set, I then went over with some proper sticky adhesive electrical tape and just taped that sucker. And they're never going to pop off inside now, so it's never going to come off. Electrical tape is your friend and mine.
Ed Force 1, it was lined with foil.
Yep.
And what's his name? Out with a hot glue gun. Did the fibre optics in the wings. I think I did the same with my Concorde as well. Yeah,
it depends what you... I mean, if it's something where you want the light to be going around inside and coming out, then that's where you use the foil. Yeah. If you just want the light to be shining through the fibre cable out of the hole in the side, then that's where you want to... The tape would help block that.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, the London bus, that was basically little styrene boxes on the inside of where the signage was, sprayed black.
Yeah.
To light block it.
Yep. Even just like a couple of coats of primer, and it's a good light blocker. The UMP primer is quite a good light blocking medium. Yeah. A couple of coats of that brushed on thick. Yeah. But yeah, something like sorry, I've got throaty throat today. Something like PVA or canopy glue or something like that. I don't know why CA glue would make the fibres brittle, but because that's the traditional thing for gluing them in.
Yeah, but I had a similar thing where the super glue made the edges of it brittle, and it just basically you're a bit like Gundam plastic when you put solvent on it. It kind of did that to it, and I've had that happen on the original wiring job for the Ed Force 1, and I had to redo the fibre optics.
Yeah. I suppose CA glue is exothermic anyway. It does give off heat when it sets, and it's probably got a chemical reaction in there that's reacting with the...
Yeah, I think it's just the coating of the fibre optic. It eats away at it.
I'm painting all these little details on here on this thing, and this is where the sponson's going to go. God's sake, Fox. See how much effort I go to.
Get your sponsons. Get your sponsons.
Get your sponsons here. Well, that's the thing, because when whoever buys this has a sponson, they won't necessarily have the sponson on there. You don't want an unpainted bit. Get your sponsons here. 32 for £1.
Lots for £1.
How much do I get for £1? You get a pound's worth. Thanks. It's my kind of maths.
You always get that person in the pound shop, don't you? How much is this? It's £1. You're in the pound shop.
Ah, well, like I've said before, though, to be fair, I did buy 3 saws, 3 hand saws, £1 each, and it cost me £2 in a pound shop.
I know.
So they don't always get their own thing right. Let's be honest. Yeah, they sometimes make a mess of it. It was an old gentleman at the till.
So on the till, yeah.
Yeah, we did take advantage of that completely.
Absolutely, mate.
Don't forget, folks, if you want to get our attention in chat, put at Model Making Guru at the start of the question or comment, or at Festa67's workshop. Or you can do a super chat. Use the $ button at the bottom of the chat window. Puts your comment in a coloured box, and there's no way for us to miss it. And also, you're helping out the channel while you're doing it as well.
Absolutely.
I think it might be Chinese for dinner tonight. I don't know if I can be bothered doing all the washing up and all the cooking as well.
Yeah.
As a man made of a 79% pure laziness.
Yeah, you'll be sitting there going, I am ordering this, mother, because I'm a guru, and it's too much washing up for my delicate hands.
My DNA isn't made of deoxyribose nucleic acid. It's actually made of can't be arstium.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope. Yeah. Guess what?
What's that?
Don't know. I've run out of things to talk about. We're struggling a bit for
Case
conversation.
Well says they just changed all the dollar stores to $1.25 in the US, and people are losing their minds.
That's going to
Marcus Brun's put in a €4.99 super chat for you there, buddy.
Ooh, it's not come up on mine yet. Or has it? Not yet. Oh, here we go. Thank you very much, Marcus. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind. You could have put a message on there as well. But thank you very much. That's very, very kind. That's helping out the channel. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that muchly. Yeah, the thing is though, like in the US, you've got like a dollar store literally called Dollar Tree. So
yeah,
that kind of knackers them now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. There's the pop-up animation that's 30 seconds delayed. I should probably change that delay, shouldn't I? Marcus, you're a star. Thank you very much. Ooh, hot and sour soup, barbecue spare ribs and chicken chow mein with beef and oyster sauce. Says Totally Skull Models. I traditionally have, for a starter, I have wonton soup with a portion of shumai added into it, and a whole mess of spring rolls to dunk. For the main course, I tend to vary, but I've started having the Mama Foxx has this kind of like starter set, which is like a spare rib and a couple of spring rolls and some chicken and just a selection of bits. And I've started having that a few times now because it's not too much that I get full and waste half of the food. That's all I can think about right now. Pork buns.
Get your pork buns here, £3 a pound.
Pork buns. There's so many euphemisms.
Yeah,
I like a nice pork bun. I like a bit of pork in my buns. Bobbin says, I'm currently attaching photo etched ladders to a ship. I may need new eyeballs. Either new eyeballs or a rescue attempt.
Yeah.
Do you need to empty the swear box, though?
I think he does, don't you?
Whenever you're doing that kind of photo etch, you need to start with an empty swear box. Golf clap, Marcus Brune, says Candygram. Nice. Well, we have a Poundland store that sells stuff for over £1, says Totally Skull Models, says Steve. Yeah, they tend to just over £1 as well. Thanks for the quick response to my pledge gloss question on that 2017 video, my dude, says Case died well. Thank you, Case. Welcome to the chat. Yes, he asked me a question earlier today on a video from like 150 years ago.
Yeah.
And I responded. I tend to check YouTube and stuff and social media all the time, so when I do get comments, I try my best to answer every comment I ever get.
Absolutely.
Apart from the occasional spam comment, which obviously spam comments you ignore.
Yeah, I mean, we make a point, don't we, when we log on, it's admin. First thing we do,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Well, it's one of my... I have terrible throat today. One of my daily routines is if I'm trying to get out of doing any painting because I'm in that can't be bothered mood, but I don't want to play on the Xbox because I feel guilty because I'm not doing any work, I'll just sit there and keep refreshing everything. Yeah, there must be something I can read that's important. Let's just refresh the BBC News again. Okay, let's just refresh, Kotaku again. Let's just... Okay, what about... Let's just go around, the Neurologica blog. But I'll constantly check my comments. Because I get the notifications, so... I'll always try and respond. The only things I don't respond to are just comments that don't need a response, like somebody says, "Hi!" What? Yeah. Or you get spam comments that you just delete. Yeah. And you get comments from idiots sometimes that you just don't bother responding to.
Treat with the contempt that they deserve.
Yeah. But that's the beauty of having a channel where, 99.99999% of the viewers are also decent people. My community is brilliant.
Absolutely.
I don't have to worry about endless spam comments and nasty things, so
No.
I can take the time to get involved in conversations. One day, hopefully I'll get my channel will get so big that I don't have time to do any conversations, because I'll have billions of comments, and that'd be great, because I'll have a sports car by then and a big house.
Yeah, you'll have your own driver.
Yes. And I will call him whatever. I'll say, what's your name? It's Dave. Right, well, I'm going to call you something else from now on. I'm going to call you Captain Fantabulous. Yeah. But I don't want to be called that. I'm paying you wages. Okay, good name.
That's what his name will be forevermore.
Yes. See my driver, Captain Fantabulous. He'll sort you out. Why does he call you Captain Fantabulous? Because he pays my wages. Ah.
Yeah. Because he can.
Yeah. But yeah, no, you're more than welcome, Case. That's what my channel is about, how to teach people stuff. So answering questions about how do I do something is all part and parcel of the service.
But there's no point in having a channel and sort of adopting the... I can't possibly tell you that because it's a trade secret. I mean, we all had to learn, and imparting knowledge is part of it.
Well, that's the whole reason I set the channel up, was to teach people.
Yeah.
You know, there's different kinds of channels out there. There's channels where it's just... I could just make videos where I don't really explain anything. I just show the process. Now I'm doing this, now I'm doing that. But it's like... That's fine, but it's not really teaching anyone. I want people to do what I do, so I will teach them with my teaching brain. Whether that's any good, I don't know, but, hey.
Well, we'll find that out, because
it's worth a spin.
That unenviable task of teaching Fester Lehman Russ.
Oh, yeah. Teaching you how to paint.
You may regret that.
Never. I regret nothing. The goggles, they do nothing. I regret nothing. Teaching you to Foxx the paint. Teaching you to Foxx the paint way. That's not right, is it?
Foxularity.
Look at the muscularity. Can't believe you've not watched that video.
I know, I'm bad, and
You're just an idiot,
add it,
aren't you?
add it to the list of shame.
What's that list? It's all the videos.
Oh, it's everything, mate, isn't it? It's just like,
Somebody says, what's the list of shame? All the videos. But what is it? No, literally all the videos. Just that's what it is.
Yeah, it's everything that Foxx has asked me to watch that I still haven't watched. It's like,
which is basically all the things.
Yeah, it's like...
all the videos ever made. Have you noticed, by the way, I don't watch TV, but when I go downstairs and, to make Mama Foxx a brew and she's watching some nonsense on ITV3 like Poirot again.
Yeah.
I'm sure I saw an advert for some pointless women's beauty rubbish, and it had Dr. Alice Roberts in it, and I was like, oh!
Oh.
Because obviously being some kind of pointless beauty advert, they made her look all delightful. Not that she doesn't look delightful in normal, in documentaries and stuff, but they made her look even more delightful because she was all in pretty lighting and stuff. I was like, oh, I need to watch that advert.
Graham McRobert has just polished off a chicken and mushroom pot noodle.
Ooh, good lad. That's the correct kind of pot noodle. You're doing God's work, sir.
Mac is off. He's got to go and sort his lamb dinner out.
Ooh,
See you
take
later,
care, Mac. Thanks for coming in. Have a good one, my friend. Be good, and if you can't be good, charge. Yes, because we are running out of things to talk about. Don't forget, folks, the chat is always like an AMA. Ask us anything. Doesn't have to be a modelling question. Can be any kind of question. Just nothing personal. No politics and religion, stuff like that. Obviously. No, we're not going to give out bank details. We're not going to talk about politics and that. But ask us questions, and we shall tell no lies. Well, we might tell lies. Would you tell lies, Fester? I would, if it was required.
Yeah, I would tell porkies purely and simply, I have got nothing to wibble about, have I? You know what I mean? So
you would tell porkies if it saved you from H getting you in trouble with H.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah. you felt you had to ask.
Colin will always tell a lie if there's no video evidence of something.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Ooh, yeah. I have you now.
Utter evil man, you.
I'm not evil. You're just an idiot that just did what you were told without questioning it, and that's the way you should never do that.
I trusted you.
That was the first mistake. The second mistake was that you trusted me.
I trusted your sincerity.
I don't even know what that word means.
Exactly, and I should have realised immediately that a trap had been laid.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, I'm not going to reveal what it is, but let's just say that a discussion was had about Colin doing something, and I said, go and do it, but film it and come back and show me you've done it. So he did, unquestioningly loyally, just went, la 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 la, I'm doing it now, and I filmed it, and I'm like, brilliant, thanks for that. I've now downloaded that video, and it's blackmail material.
Yeah.
I own your ass. And he's like, oh, fudge, I forgot about that.
Fudge sticks, broom handles and everything.
I didn't think about that, did I, when I did? No, you didn't think about that, did you?
No. And it's like, yeah, you're my bitch now, and if you're not, I'm going to show this video to H. It's like...
Well, I wouldn't have mentioned H, but you've now kind of really given away what you did.
Oh, damn.
No, that's on you, that one.
Really?
I would have used the old anonymous benefactor thing.
Yeah.
Don't give me no
There's
Pike.
more than one H.
Don't tell
There's
him no
more
Pike.
than one H. There could be multiple H's, couldn't there?
You're backpedaling like a man who's in quicksand, who knows he's going under, and he knows he can't get out, but he's going to try and flail anyway.
Backpedaling like a man who...
Yeah.
I realised the error of my ways.
Anyway, to get you out of this little quagmire that you found yourself in.
Hold on a minute. You're trying to get me out of a hole. You spent the last 2 years trying to get me in one.
Well, just to try and help you out of this little quagmire that you seem to have cornered yourself into. Not that quagmire has a corner, of course, but I'll stop mixing my metaphors. I'll tell you what got me the other day. You know, like, have you ever had that thing where you just randomly suddenly take an interest in something that's so not relevant to your existence and that you would never have an interest in, and suddenly you're like, ooh.
Yes.
Well, I was watching something the other day, I was reading something, and I can't remember what it was, but there was an article, and it talked about these bicycles.
Right.
In Dutch land, where the Dutch do.
Yeah.
And it was just saying how, like, you know, why are Dutch bikes so popular in Holland, and what is it with this specific kind of bike? We were just talking about this specific kind of bike called a grandma bike. I can't remember the Dutch name. And it was this specific kind of bike, and it was linked to a video that was a guy saying, you know, American guy saying, I've been living in Holland for a while, and I've always had a bike. And he said, you know, it's just a bike, but in Holland here, these things are the most amazing things. And it's like the best bike you'll ever own. And it's just this, it's a specific bike designed for, like, urban environment. So it's just like, it's an old worldy looking bike with a drop frame, and there's no crossbar.
Step through frame and the basket on the front.
Yeah, or basket on the back or whatever. And it's got like the mud guards and stuff. And he was basically explaining why it's so popular in that territory, but nowhere else in the world, because it's got those kind of, and it's just the perfect thing for.
Yeah.
It looks like an old lady's bike, and it's called the grandma bike. Yeah. And he was talking about this, and he's saying, yeah, you don't have to step over the frame if you know. He said, because if you've got like a racing bike and you've got a kid on the seat on the front, and you have to get off, you kick it in the head. Yeah. Because you've got a frame to get your crotch over. And
yeah.
And he says, you know, you sit comfortably, you sit up, not down. And by the end of this video, I'm like, I really want one.
Yeah,
but the thing
you
is,
ride preacher style, don't you?
But the thing is, I've got a car. I don't need a bike, and I don't even like riding on bikes. And yet, I'm sitting there going, I really want one of those. And apparently, they're quite hard to get outside of the Holland, the Dutch places. Yeah. I had a look around. There's a few places in the UK that sell them, but you know. Yeah. And the guy was like, none of this carbon fibre nonsense. These things are just made of steel. It's like, you know, you've broken down a ship to make this. So. And it's like, wow, I need one of these in my life, and I don't even know why. I just know that I do.
It's because you can.
Because I can. What's happening? Somebody's come in. Adeptus Latrina's in. Says, the Lord hath allowed me to exist another day, and I'm about to make it everyone else's problem. Good morning, everyone, says Adeptus. Welcome. Great Lord Bezos has let you out, has he? I think it's Adeptus that works for the river people.
Yeah, I think it is. if I remember rightly.
Having you on the big TV, it's like watching the naked version of Finger Puppet, says Scale Model Ninja. Finger Mouse, that's me. I'll be. Well, what was the guy called that did the original one? It was like the hippie type. Was it called Yoffie, wasn't it? Yoffie lifts a finger, and a mouse is there. I read up on that guy actually.
Oh dear.
You know, when you remind of something and you go and Wikipedia it. Apparently, he was a Canadian actor. He also did play school.
All right. Yeah.
And then I got onto this article where it was interviewing him and some other play school presenters in the 90s, and they were saying that basically in the 70s when they did play school, they were all as high as kites. They were off their tits. They were just basically whizzing their tits off.
Yeah. You'd have to be though, wouldn't you? I mean, they were stoners, weren't they?
Absolutely. Here we go. Max McGinn. Clear my throat. He says, just a random question. Do you think orcs should have different types of vocal accents, like, for example, Geordie orcs and alike?
Oh, that would be funny.
That would be funny. I mean, they all speak like Colin, basically. What?
Yeah, right.
As orcs, we talk like that, you see. Yeah, we like to cramp the humies. But it would be good if they had, like, they'd have to have, like, working class shipbuilding, grimy northern or southern accents, that kind of like East End or Geordie or Glasgow. Because they're different clans.
Yeah, gravy swiggers.
Yeah. Where are we up to? Oh, Lynn's back. Important information.
Lynn, you all right, my darling?
Yep. She says, I'm back. Here's a description of all the donuts. She says, chocolate-covered donuts. Chocolate-covered donuts with orange, yellow, red and green sprinkles. Chocolate-covered cinnamon roll and milk. And I want all of those. Marcus Brune says they are Omafeets. That's the kind of bike, Omafeets bikes, which is grandma bikes. And they look mint. And I'm like, I really want one. They've got like the proper straight handlebars that are just like a 90-degree curl like that. Not like...
Yeah, they got them like rod brakes that run along the handlebars that you just...
No, they don't have any brakes on the handlebars at all. They're back pedal. You back pedal to brake. Is it called...
Oh, that's proper old school.
What's it called?
Fixed wheel.
A counter... fixed wheel, but that's it. So you back pedal. Yeah. And this guy was saying, and I was like, I really want one of these bikes now. I don't even use a bike. And I found myself...
Imagine you going down the road on one of them in your...
Saddlebags.
With your saddlebags, your cap on. And.
But he says all the design things are like, they're designed so you can sit up. They've got chain guard that covers the whole chain and the wheel guard at the top of the back wheel, so you can wear a long coat like a greatcoat or a skirt. Yeah. Because it's men and women.
Have your greatcoat on,
yeah. It's all the... I'm like, oh, I really want one.
I could see you getting one.
No, because I've got nowhere to put it. I don't have a garage anymore, do I? So. Adeptus reminds us he does indeed work for the Lord Bezos. Yes. Lord Bezos and his giant space penis. There goes the monetisation. William Rayburn wants 2 of each. Says to Lynn, I'd like 2 of each, please. And Lynn sends him lots of donuts.
Yeah, it really is an unfortunate design, that rocket, isn't
it? Adeptus says, the Mexican food I had for lunch yesterday has my stomach all messed up. No, it's doing nothing at all. It's just your stomach's too weak to deal with it. If ever you eat Mexican food and it goes wrong, it's never the food's... It's like Lego. If something goes wrong in a Lego build, it's you that's messed it up, not Lego.
Yeah.
They've not forgotten to send you a piece. It's you that's put the wrong piece in. Do you remember Finger Mouse and Lamb Chop, says Graham. Oh, yeah. That's what Yoffie was from. Yoffie lifts a finger and a mouse is there. I remember the turtle. He had the turtle which had the shell and he was like that. No. I can't remember the name of the turtle. There was Finger Mouse, there was the seagull, there was the turtle.
Yeah.
And there was the scampi. There was a scampi.
That was it, yeah.
The scampi
with the little tentacle things.
Yeah, the scampi was always trying to be pretty, and they used to collect things. And apparently on the last, there were only 13 episodes, a bit like Blue Thunder. And when they finished filming the last episode, he took Finger Mouse and just drowned it in a glass of water.
Yeah.
Off camera when they finished filming it.
Oh, bless him.
Marcus says, on the belly making a fry up at the moment, bench A10 prime. Now, Marcus, I know you're reasonably new to the channel, so we'll go easy on you.
Yes.
But when we talk about food, we need all the details.
Yeah, every ingredient.
Yeah, you can't just say, I'm having a pizza, or I'm having a curry, or I'm having a fry-up. We need to know all the things. Is it sausages, eggs, tomatoes, beans, black pudding, if maybe not black pudding, white pudding, blood pudding, chips, egg, gammon, steak, bacon. Ooh, we need all of it, because we get to eat vicariously, so you need to give us all the details, Marcus.
All the sordid, gory details of sustenance.
Yes. Or to quote, "Here is the news" by ELO, all the tiny little details, all the information. So we'll allow you to fill that comment out a bit. Especially if it's a fry-up, we need the information. You can't just say fry-up.
Oh, yeah.
That's illegal. Adeptus says, I'll be fine. I drank half a bottle of pink horror. Dope. So belly, Pepto-Bismol, bench, MS07B3 Goof Custom and Tor Garadon. This is no Zaku, boy. No Zaku. I tried to find an amusing animated GIF of Rambaral the other day when you posted up about your Goof on Facebook, and I couldn't find a good amusing animated GIF of Rambaral saying this is no Zaku, boy anywhere. Right now Colin's like, I don't even know what a Zaku is, but
Yeah, I know what a Zaku is.
do you know what a Goof is?
No.
Do you know who Rambaral is?
No.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
No idea.
there's a few. I can send you a link to a great anime series.
Links again, aren't you?
Never going to happen, is it? Me trying to get Colin to watch like Mobile Suit Gundam.
Oh, no, saying that. I did watch one that had a Kashatra in. I'm sure I did.
That was Gundam Unicorn.
Yeah, because you was mightily impressed with me. You went, oh, he's grown up so quick. He's watching Unicorn.
I know, and that's a good one. That Unicorn Gundam. Apart from the ending, which is as frustrating as arse because it goes on for too long, but that's a good series. I really wish they'd remake Mobile Suit Gundam. I know they did the Origin, but I really wish, in the same way that they remade Space Battleship Yamato as Space Battleship Yamato 2199, it was almost just about the same thing, but it was remade with modern animation. I really wish they'd remake Mobile Suit Gundam with modern animation, because it's a great series, but it suffers from being a mid to late 70s terrible animation.
Yeah.
Bad voiceover, all that's kind of part of the charm, and it does suffer from that. And I think a remake of Mobile Suit Gundam, because it's quite a, it sounds really silly, but it's part of the allure of Gundam anime is that although it's a silly anime thing and it's got giant mobile suits and stuff, the storylines are based on serious themes. Like,
oh, right, yeah.
They're about things like war. They're about things like xenophobia and territoriality, and more often than not, they involve like child soldiers. It's about child soldiers and things like that. A lot of the protagonists are young kids, are like teenage kids who've just been kind of stuck into this situation, and they're all war stories.
Yeah.
And they're all quite adult themes. They're not necessarily presented that way.
No.
And some of them can be a bit silly, but they deal with mature themes in a silly sci-fi setting, and that's the thing of them. But to remake, and the original Mobile Suit Gundam, if you boil the storyline down, although there's some like weird sci-fi fantasy nonsense in there, if you boil it down, there are some quite serious themes and subjects in there that would really benefit from a modern remake.
Yeah. Bring it up to date.
Yeah. Like, for those that know what I'm talking about, like the whole story of, I know they covered it in the Origin a bit with Shah as an Abel and what he did and why he was doing it, but the whole thing that Shah does in Mobile Suit Gundam is fascinating, because for those that don't know, of course, you've got the main protagonist, who's the good guy, and you've got the main antagonist, who's Shah as an Abel, who's the bad guy, but ironically, the bad guy is also fighting against the organisation he's the bad guy for various, I won't spoil anything, but for various reasons. It's kind of like I don't know, it's hard to explain. It is actually hard to explain, but there's a lot of adult stuff in there that would really make for modern animation.
You never know, mate. They might remake it.
Yeah, there are some things in there. There are some things in there that are of its time.
Yeah.
That doesn't really quite work, but the actual subject matter itself was quite mature. But it's really funny when you look at some like still frames from the original Mobile Suit Gundam anime.
Yeah.
Because like when you watch it, you get carried away in it. It's good fun. When you actually watch some of the like still frames, the artwork is terrible in some of them.
Really?
It's like, oh dear Lord, what?
Because it's like a cringe when you see it.
Well, it's like a single frame that would whiz by and you wouldn't even notice it. But it's like, oh, that's terrible.
Is it cars that go sideways?
No, it's just like
sort of one.
It's just like in one frame you've got this, say, mobile suit like a Zaku or something that's drawn really nicely and looks great. In the next frame, it's kind of all squashed and weird, and all the legs are the wrong side. It's like, I know it's probably supposed to just movement, but something clearly went wrong.
There?
Yeah. But it was low budget and stuff. Lynn Nipple says, the more I keep looking at that Baneblade, the more I want it. This is correct. Well, don't forget, we are doing a competition where you can win one, Lynn, so...
Absolutely.
Make sure to watch the rerun of next week's show. Excuse me.
It could be you, Lynn. It could be you that wins it. You don't know until you enter.
Adeptus Latrinus is now the coolest kid in the chat. Because they say, Time is one of my favourite ELO albums. This is absolutely correct, and therefore you're now king of the chat.
Absolutely.
Forever. King of the chat. Just on the border of your waking mind, there lies another time. I've forgotten the words. Well, just on the border of your waking mind, there lies another time. When I can hear it in my head, I know the lyrics. Anyway, you know what I mean. I was listening to it on the way home from my friend's house last night. Since you mentioned the song Here Is the News, it is the best ELO album. Out of the Blue is second best. After that, I don't care about anything else. Those are the only two ELO. I love ELO, but they're the only two albums I'll actually listen to. The rest are a bit too hard for me to listen to. They're a bit too cheesy. I don't really like the rock and rolly stuff they did. That's not my kind of...
Well, they went quite mainstream, didn't they?
Yeah, well, the early stuff was a lot kind of like rock and rolly, and then they got less rock and rolly, and then they went back to rock and rolly, and I'm not really into rock and roll type stuff. Essentially, they started out as a kind of rock band. Just on the border of your waking mind, there lies another time where darkness and light are one. And as you tread the halls of sanity... when you know something off by heart and then you forget it.
Oh, yeah, it drives you nuts, doesn't it? You know what's going to happen. You're going to remember it at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Just on the... If I'm not hearing it in a vocoder voice, I forget it. Waking mind, there lies another time where darkness and light are one. And as you tread the halls of sanity, you feel so glad to be, unable to go beyond. I have a message from another time. Twilight is a great song. Apparently it was used a lot in Japan for sci-fi convention theme, like when they play the opening music for a sci-fi convention. It was often used. I often thought for a long time, before I sold my... Before I sold all my synthesizers and stuff, I did toy with the idea of doing a cover version of the whole album. But I couldn't do the guitar bits because I don't play guitar, so...
Yeah. Oh, you didn't have a thing on your synth where you could replicate it, no?
No, I did, but it was absolute garbage. It was the mid-90s, don't forget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, mid-90s, yeah. Yeah, it's not really going to sound realistic then.
No, it'll sound like Bish. I can't whistle that because of copyright. Shut up, Foxx.
Having a bad day with copyright, isn't it?
See, Twilight is one of those songs. The first song on that album is one of those songs that you need to play really loud on a summer's day. If you're lucky enough to have a car with a soft top, as I once was, roof down, sunglasses on, volume up to maximum, crack out some Twilight. And then once you've done that, put in Jean-Michel Jarre's Magnetic Fields and crack out Magnetic Fields Part 1 at top volume. On a summer's day. It's loud summer. I have this tradition that on the first, when I used to have a soft top car many years ago, on the first nice summery day, I'd have to get the roof down and play Twilight and then Magnetic Fields Part 1 really loud as I drove to or from work. And just be like, yeah, it's the arrival of summer. And
That was the thing about driving a convertible, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now, I don't have a convertible anymore, obviously, but I've kept the tradition so that on the first nice summery day, I have to crank those out dead loud. It is the law. It is the order of things.
It is the law of the land.
It's the law of the West.
And because it's the law of the land, it's because you said it is.
Yep. Anyway, what are you doing, dude? What are you working on? What have you been doing? What have you been doing? Talk to me.
I'm having a bit of a breather at the moment.
Cool.
Because I am stood up, giving my backside a rest.
That's all right. We firmly accept that.
So,
What have you been doing, though? You've been painting little dudes.
I have, yeah, I'll just grab what I've been doing.
Oh, no, show us later when you sat back down again. You stay standing up for a while.
I've been doing a bit of chippage. I've got some dudes on the catapult at the back there. And then I'm going to be doing a bit of lightening on the yellow on the funnel in a moment.
Ooh, how's that dawn yellow coming out as a chip colour?
All right, bit bright.
It is bright, but once you fill,
once it's had its brown on it, it'll give it the yeah.
When you sit back down,
yes.
Just so you can feel comfortable about it, I'll walk you through doing that chip on the left corner of that.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Thing if you want, and you'll see it'll start to make sense. It makes more sense when you can see it.
Yeah.
Have you got? Well, we'll do it in a minute. We'll let you stand up for a bit first.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll just take the weight off my backside.
Adeptus says, "Do I have a ticket to the moon?" I do. That's in my head now. Fly through a troubled sky up to. Scale Model Ninja has become a channel member. Ooh, now is this? This is either going to be Scale Model Ninja has just become a channel member, in which case thank you very much, or it's YouTube being weird and you've already been a member for ages. But we never know because YouTube does weird stuff. But dude, thank you very much if you've just joined. You now have access to funny little emojis in the chat. You also now have access to the live 24/7 Zoom Hangout that all my patrons and channel members, and all Colin's patrons and channel members, and Dad's at Scaly Models patrons and channel members have access to. There are links in the description below. So if when you finish watching, or you can go and do it now, just scroll down a bit. There'll be a link there that says channel members go here. If you go to that link, it'll tell you how to access the Zoom Hangout. You'll need to, if you're not
He's
already...
already in it.
Is he? He is, isn't he?
Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Ross Medlock.
Oh, yeah. Foxx, you're an idiot. In that case, you know all that.
I did try to tell you, but you was in full flow.
Was I? I like to flow fully. I'm a man of a certain age. It's not always possible to flow fully, but...
Yeah, no, he's already in the 20.
You are. Yes, thank you very much, Ross. You're very, very kind. You know how to get into the Zoom Hangout. I might go into the Hangout later tonight. I don't know yet. I went in the other day and it was nice to be doing this kind of tedious work, but have people to talk to. It was quite pleasant. And it was funny because it was me, Graham was in for a bit, there was Max, and who else was in? I've forgotten who else was in. 4 of us, and we just kind of sat there quietly painting. We weren't really talking much. It was quite good.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of it.
But yes, thank you for your support there, Ross. You've got the emoji now as well, so there you go. The lights of the casinos going by at speed combined with the music created one of those moments, says Adeptus. About time, oh yeah. Yeah, because he says Twilight played as I drove through the Vegas Strip last night going home. Kanugam says, have you heard of the new open source music synth called Bespoke? It's amazingly full featured and can be downloaded for free. I have toyed with software synths a few times. I bought a software synth quite a few years ago. But it was more a case of, at the time, I wanted to stick a MIDI keyboard in and play it properly.
Yeah.
but I didn't have a MIDI port on my computer or a Firewire port, and at the time there was no free good multi-tracking software to record, your audio. I have got Audacity, but that doesn't sync or anything like that. Yeah. There are other free software solutions out there, but I thought about it, and I'd like to get back into the music, but at the same time, if I did, I'd stop doing this.
Yeah, that's the thing, innit? It'd be another distraction for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because the thing for me is, I get a passion for doing something like drawing a comic strip, for example, for 5 years, but then something else comes along and tickles my fancy, and I jump to that because I like flit from tree to tree like a useless butterfly. So, because I'm doing this for a living, actually making a go of it, I know that if I start doing something else just for fun, it'll end up taking me away from this, and that's going to impact my income. So I can't really afford to. Much as I'd like to, I can't really afford to. Plus, I don't think my computer would actually cope very well with running a software synth and sequencing software, like a multi-track software. Just at the minute, it's not that powerful. It's bad enough me having to fight off the Xbox when I've got stuff to do. So I kind of made a conscious decision not to get back into the music, not at the moment anyway. When I've got a channel with like 1 million subscribers and I'm making hundreds of pounds a month, thousands of pounds a month, that'd be great. But yeah, it takes me away from doing this. I mean, right at the minute I'm not making much content anyway because of Mama Foxx and other things. So, but that's kind of different. Right, that's their barrels done, I think. I think I've done all that weathering. What time are we on? It's 5:15, dude.
I know. Do you
I thought
miss
it'd be like
doing the music though?
I thought it'd be like 4:30.
No, time has whizzed by today, mate.
Crikey, Riley.
I noticed that on the brunch earlier. It was like, hello,
got any matter?
There's the gallery, goodbye. And it was like, bloody hell, that was a quick show. It just whizzed by, mate.
It was quite funny because you were doing the. Somebody said they posted pictures up late in your group.
Yes.
And I posted pictures up after you started, so I was like, oh well, we'll get them next week. And you said, I'll just do a quick refresh and I'll go and see those pictures for such and such. Oh, cool, might get my picture seen. And then you got to his picture and said, right, that'll do us anyway. So anyway, next week, bye. And I'm like, oh, mine was the next picture you get.
I scrolled down and James's was on my screen from when we started the gallery.
How weird.
Oh, dude.
It doesn't bother me. I thought it was quite amusing.
I can open up Facebook and we can
You
show
can
it
just
now.
shut up. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I don't want you to wibble, mate.
I'm not wibbling. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was quite funny. I was quite amused by it.
Oh, lammakins.
We all like our ego stroked from time to time.
Oh.
I said ego.
Oh, no.
That's not bad then, actually, because that means I've not done the wheels, but I've done kind of that, which I've done that whole side and the barrels, the Prometheum barrels, which I think is the fuel of choice of these vehicles, is Prometheum.
Prometheum.
I think that's the standard fuel for Imperium.
How do you know that?
Because I have a mind for nonsense. Also, I watch all. You remember when I told you to go and watch all the looting videos and I sent you a link? Yeah, it's that again. We're here again, aren't we?
I knew it'd bite me in the backside somehow.
Yeah.
I'm useless. You know I am.
I'm saying nothing, but yes.
Oh dear, your support is noted.
Yes, your support is noted by its absence.
So, that's all right.
I always agree with everything you say, Colin. You know how it works. I hope that was your chair that made that noise.
Might have been.
Yeah, it was a fart.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
Festa parpage, do. Bop. It was kind of very round and mellifluous. Bop. Round and earthy.
Yeah.
No one knows what that's from.
Slightly earthy tone to it. Yeah.
There's only 4 people in the world that know what that's a reference to. Round and earthy.
Round and earthy. I don't think what I was doing.
You know, in your chat you were talking about people that can identify parts on sprues and things, and
yes,
doing things in sub-assemblies. It didn't come out of my comment for a while, but what I was trying to say when I said about the Kshatriya was the thing you do with Gunpla, because with Gunpla everything has to come off the sprue.
Yeah.
And you end up with, like, that's why you have them tidy boxes, all the bits.
Yeah.
With Gunpla, what you learn to do is very quickly, after a few Gunpla, you learn to identify. I could show you a piece and you'd be like, that's a piece of armour from a left arm. Or you'd be like, that's a vent from a backpack. Or you no matter what the Gunpla was, because there's a certain formula to them, and you learn quite quickly what different things look like. So when you do your Kshatriya, it won't take you long to be able to look at a piece and say, oh, I know which bit that is, that's from there.
I've got all that fun and frivolity to come.
Oh, yeah. Have you got yourself a little tidy box type thing?
No, I was going to use my hobby zone drawer, but I'm actually going to get one of the big heavy duty compartment, you know, like the screw drawer things or whatever you want to call them.
Well, you can get them on Amazon, like just little plastic jewellery tidy boxes, like with just little. Because what you'll find is it's easier to put things into like left arm, left leg, right leg, torso, head, backpack.
Yeah, that's how I intend to do it. That's how I built the sniper.
Oh, yeah, you've done the sniper, haven't you? That's right. Yeah, because that's an easy way to do it. And then you start to learn all the different bits, you see. And it's amazing, even on different mobiles, it's how they all kind of share this design language.
Yeah, almost like a similarity.
Yeah, so it doesn't mean that when somebody can say that's a piece off this and it's probably a piece of this armour, doesn't mean they're clever, it just means they built more than like 3 Gunpla. And they've figured it out. I think that's the barreled... Oh no, hang on. You know what I'm thinking about right now?
Food?
Pork buns.
I really, really do worry about you.
They're like meaty little clouds. I love them. The ones we get, they're like about this big. My takeaway, they do these pork buns and they're like a $5 each, and they're like that big. And it's like a cloud with the pork meaty interior. It's delightful. They're kind of adorable, and then you eat them in your face and you go om nom 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 nom, and then you have the fatness, but you've spent like £5 on one. It's like, can they not be like 20p each? Because that'd be brilliant, and I'd probably die of a heart attack.
Oh dear, you're comical.
Right, where are we up to in chat? Max says, yeah, we were also with Panzer. Yeah, it was Panzer, wasn't it? I can't remember who the 4th person was. It was me, Graham, Max, and Panzer.
Yeah, it's a legend, he is, Panzer.
Yeah. Adeptus says, being 8 hours behind everyone makes Zoom chatting awkward. You have to remember, though, it's 24/7, and it's from people all over the world.
Yeah.
So just because you're, say, in like, obviously, Las Vegas or Nevada,
Yeah.
There's other people in the US in the Zoom, I think.
Yeah, we've got people from Michigan, Texas.
Yeah. There's people from all over the world, so the whole point of it is it's not like you all agree to go in at a certain time. It's 24/7, and like Colin's described it as like a train station waiting room. You just go in, and there might be nobody there, and you can just sit there and work on your model, and somebody might pop in, you'll have a conversation, or nobody might come in, or, you know, if you're sitting up and you're bored one night and you can't get to sleep, just pop in and see if anyone's in. You know, you don't... It doesn't have to be anybody else in there.
Type in the chat, you know, anyone in the Zoom, I'm coming in. You know, and that's all I do.
Yeah. If you're not... I don't know if you're not in the Facebook chat already, Adeptus. I think you are, right? He is, isn't he? Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, he is, yeah.
Yeah, that's why we have the Facebook chat thing as well, so you can say, is anyone in?
We've got people from Holland, Belgium, Germany.
Yep.
Obviously, main European countries. We've got
Muses US, yeah.
Yes, she's in Michigan. Got people in Texas. Got people in the Philippines. Australia.
We got anyone in the Arctic Circle?
Not yet.
Oh, work on it. We need to work on that.
I will work on it. Any Eskimos out there, like and subscribe.
You can't say that. That's racist now. That.
Why?
I think it is. Because it's like saying Red Indian. Yeah, I think you have to. I think
can't you say these days?
I think you have to go off the actual tribe name rather than like Inuit or.
Oh,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah. At the end of the day, mate, I'll say what I like. I'm in my own house. But yeah. See, this is political correctness gone mad. That's another wibble. Things you can't say in the modern world. It's like, really? Gotta love it.
That's the wrong brush. Damn it.
What was I doing? What was I doing? What
You were doing a
was
bit of this.
I was doing a bit of that. Have you some of that for a
Oh,
start?
do you want to do that chip?
Chip, yeah, what colour?
Have you got crap? What colour is it? Have you got
Rhinox?
You good girl. Well done. Yes. That's the one. Good girl.
Say, I'm good. I'm good. I've
gonna
also
put
got Scrag Brown as well. I
Ooh, yeah.
know.
That's good for little washes and stuff. That. Let's find a nice chip you can play with. Do. I've got you on full screen so I can see what you're doing.
Oh, you have.
Because this is more for the viewers, so because I can tell you what to do. But
I hate being full screen.
you're
But anyway, I've got
your full
to
screen
learn.
is shut up. Right, let's have a look at that big dozer blade thing. Let's see what we've got.
That one there?
What, right in the corner? Yeah.
Should we go for that?
Yeah. Now what you can do, what you want to do is fill it with the brown,
Yeah.
but leave a thin. It doesn't have to be perfect, but leave a thin outline.
Oh,
but
right.
you don't have to completely fill it. You could do several different blobs as long as it still fills the shape of it. Don't be neat. You just slap it in, basically.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to see it.
There's always a way. And you can do it as several blobs, or you can do it as a nice brown patch, or you can have one big chunk and some little chunks, as long as there's like a little outline around each chunk.
Honestly, you would not believe the position I'm in.
Oh, I would.
If anyone opens that door behind me, they're going to think that they found somewhere to park their bike.
What, one of those Dutch bikes? The Uma Feet's bike.
Yeah. How's that?
There you go. So what you can do?
Is that coming out all right?
Yeah. So you've got your brown bit that would suggest rust.
Yeah.
Once it's dried, if you think it needs to be a bit darker, go in and put a bit more in it. You've got the white, the lighter outline that suggests where the paint's fresh because it's not got the layer. Because you've got the dirty paint on top.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
And then you've got the clean paint. Yeah.
Primer or undercoat and
Yeah.
I'm with you
And
now.
then when you do like little colours, you don't have to do it all the time. You want to leave some of the chips like yellow.
Yeah.
And some of the chips do them as rust. You could do a few of them as metal, things like that.
I like that. I like that.
It makes more sense if you've got like a little individual chip somewhere, like a little blob, and you can fill it and just have like a circular shape. And on the edge there, on the front, on the edge bit where you've got the nice yellow edge highlight, you could do on the corner where your finger is, put a little rusty blob in the corner there, but then don't put it all the way along that edge. Have it like
Just
on
a
and
blob
off.
on its own.
Well, like a little bit of that corner, like a little L shape. Oh no, I meant the corner above that, but never mind. Yeah, that one can fill. That corner above it, you see the little 90-degree corner above it?
This one?
Yeah. Have like a little L shape in the bottom corner, for example. You know, fill a bit of that. And then that bottom edge, where you've got that nice yellow line going from left to right, you could just do, at the edge of your brush, the sideways, just do little dots of brown, so they're here and there, rather than the whole. So some of it's yellow, where it's fresh paint, some of it's brown, where it's got to the metal and rusted. And that's it.
Ah. Cheers, Hercule.
Yeah. And you're just filling in, basically. And you don't have to do it like particularly neat. It's just, as long as it's a thin little yellow line, that's why it's good to use a really bright highlight colour, which looks rubbish when you first do the highlight because there's nothing in it.
That's what I was thinking. It stuck out like a blind cobbler's thumb.
Yeah, and the trick is, like you say, like that first bit you did, you had the nous to paint the big massive yellow patch. The trick is to paint the big yellow patch, but keep in mind that a lot of that's going to be covered in rust or metal tones.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it.
I'll send you a picture of it so you can have a looky look.
No, I can see it from there. It's fine. It looks really good. Because I've got you full screen,
it's not
remember?
blurry, no?
No, it's fine. But you can do like little dots here and there. You could paint like a light yellow line and then do a brown line in the middle to suggest a scratch.
Yeah.
But it's important to keep some of them yellow because it's not always going to take all the paint off. Sometimes it's just the paint that gets scratched.
Randomise it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just the dirt's been scratched off and you've got clean paint underneath. And this is why.
Days.
This is what takes a while.
Yeah, but I don't mind that because it slows me down a bit because
this is
I
relaxing.
need that. I know I need that because, to coin Ted's phrase, I will slap it on there and before long it's like,
And the other thing you can keep in mind as well, which you started to do with that L-shaped chip on the front, is that like that big chip you did at first,
Yes.
if you think logically where that paint's chipped, then that paint's come away, so that you're going to have chips going up that. You see the seam line with the rivets on either side of it?
Yeah.
You could put little chips on the edge of the seam, just a couple of them in various places, to suggest that the chips kind of moved up a little bit and there's little bits chipped away, but always on an edge.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
Because it's kind of carried on. A little chip halfway up and little bits and bobs. Yeah.
You do realise it is going to take me a week to do the dozer, but that's the whole idea of it.
Yeah, but you know what? I've spent 2 weeks doing just the ground wash. So.
No, brilliant.
Welcome to my way of doing things. And what you can also do as well is, with the metallic, if you do any of the metal where it's a brand new chip and so the metal hasn't rusted yet, that's going to get covered with the matte varnish later.
Yeah.
So what you can do later is, imagine this, right? Imagine you paint your yellow paint chip highlight, like that.
Yeah.
Then you paint a metallic colour in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Then later on you matte varnish it. And then, as a last stage, you do a dry brush of metallic here and there. So you could dry brush a little bit of metallic in the metal bit and it'd look shiny. Or you could dry brush over the edge of the highlight a little bit and you'd get that idea of it's a chip, but there's also a bit where the paint has rubbed away and it's more of a blend than a chip.
Yeah, it's feathered it.
Yeah. Oh, fell out. Hang on, let me go back in again. And we're back in the room. 3, 2, 1, back in the room. There you go.
And he's back. Yeah, like it's feathered it in, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. You know exactly what I mean. So that's where you can start thinking about doing things in different orders. You see, it gets quite interesting.
Oh, nice.
Like when I do a dozer blade, when I did my dozer blade on the Lehman Russ, I painted all the big massive yellow chips. Then I painted them all with clean metal, because a dozer blade, the thing with a dozer blade, it's constantly in use, so you tend to get more clean metal than rusty metal. So,
absolutely.
So I did lots of clean metal inside the chips, and then later on I dirtied it up and I did a bit of dry brushing and it softened it all out. So yeah, yeah, looking good. Whereas on that Ork thing there, it's all rusty metal anyway. So it's made of rust.
Well, yeah, it's all been.
They've made it out of rusty metal to start with. So yeah. So looking awesome. So there you go. That's the next 6 weeks of your life sorted out.
Yeah, but it's
relaxing.
It's what's needed, isn't it? It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, that's why I like weathering so much, because this is, when you put your base coats
I'm
down.
Still quite old school.
Yeah.
As you know, where I when I first started weathering, it was dry brush around the edges, done.
Yeah, black dry brush,
I
metal
need to
dry
move
brush.
away from that, and I still do it habitually. I'll get the dry brush out and quickly whiz over the model just to knock some rust on the edges, as I've done with this one.
Yeah.
And then I want to go back now and go in and do the more detailed chips, the more, and it's... Yeah.
Well, that was the old way of doing it when we were young. I've got my 1980s how to make and paint models books that actually say that in one of my, I think it's the Encyclopedia of Military Modelling, it says weathering, and the guide to weathering is 1, apply a black wash of thin black paint over a tank or something. Apply a thin black wash of thin black paint. 2, dry brush a metallic colour over the edges. Yeah. Done. Weathering done. There you go. It's a realistic World War II vehicle. And it's like, no, it's not. But this was the 80s, you see. So
that's what they told you.
Yeah, we were poor in them days. We didn't have electric lights and food and things.
But it's moving away from that, and that's what I want to try and do, because it's quick and easy, don't get me wrong, but on something like this you then want to go in and focus a bit more.
Well, the thing is nowadays, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that kind of level of weathering, but the difficulty you've got is that you're in a universe where everybody else is doing the more advanced techniques and their models are looking incredible.
Yeah.
And whereas something we would have done 25 years ago was great at the time, like I've still got the Tamiya SAS Willys Jeep that I built when I was 18. It's downstairs.
Yeah. And
that was black wash, metallic dry brush, and maybe a brown wash. And And it looks great at the time, and it looked great by itself, but when you compare it to, put it next to something that's been painted by somebody who's used pigments and powders and all kinds of weathering techniques, it's just simple. It's just like
well, this is the thing, you know. It's got to have all the pigment powders on it yet, you know. So
yeah.
This is where, like you say, a lot of what we're doing at the moment is going to get covered up, but it's going to be worth it for me just to practice the new techniques.
Oh yeah, because you never know where you're going to use a technique. One technique you might do on a thing on this kit, you might do something else on something else completely different. You might use pigments for like dust and dirt, but then next time you're doing something rusty, you might think, can I use rusty pigments?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know, I've put this pin wash on the wheels on this Baneblade, so it's in all the little recesses. But these are going to get covered in dust. They're going to get covered in first of all Tamiya buff sprayed over, and then they're going to get more enamel earth tones put on them. So all this is going to vanish. But
oh yeah.
Still
like I say, you know, my wheels they're going to get smothered in slap. You know, I want to figure out my diode, the base for it to go on. Get that prepped, and then I can weather the model and the base at the same time.
Festa 67's workshop, the king of the long diorama.
Oh yeah, it's going to be long and narrow. There is a trend. You know why? Because they're built to the width of me shelves.
Exactly. But that's the thing.
That's why they're all long and narrow.
When your work is celebrated in museums in 20 years, it'll be like, yes, he was the king of the long diorama.
Yeah. The one thing you'll learn about the Festa
yes.
is like to do a narrow diorama.
Everything had to have good length through Matron.
Yeah, they had some IKEA bookcases and shelving that was exactly an inch wider than the plank that this is on.
Right, what I'm going to do, because I've finished that bit of side panel now and the barrels, I also need to go for a great big wee. So I think we'll call it a show. It's 25 to 6 anyway. I'll have a quick last look at chat while you finish up your little painty bits. We have, let's have a look. I'm 6 hours. I'm Lynn. So I'll start again. Lynn says, I'm 6 hours Adeptus. Just put a post in the Facebook 24/7 group saying that you're in and someone might join you.
Absolutely.
William Rayborn says he's not been in the 24/7 for a while. He might pop in. Remember, if you're not a Patreon or channel member and you want to join it, because it is a great place to hang out and just chill out, do become a Patreon or channel member. Patreon.com/modelmakingguru or press the join button. Or if you're on Colin's channel, you can go to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or you can press the join button on his channel. And there are instructions, there are links down below to the pages that explain for patrons and members how to join the 24/7 hangout. Adeptus says trumpet solo. Marcus Brune says, great show, Foxx and Colin. We haven't finished yet, but thank you. I will be in the hangout later talking about my crap primer attempts.
Nothing wrong with your primer attempts, mate. First rule of the 24/7 hangout, I've been in our streams, is you don't knock your own models, mate.
And if you're painting,
we all had to learn.
And if you're painting miniatures, you can always Dettol it and take all the paint off and start again.
Yeah.
Nothing is permanent. It's just a plastic model. EC Idaho says, Foxx, you are right, read Gumpler. Problem with Gumpler is the repetition. It gets a bit boring. Yeah. Don't even mention full armour Unicorn Gundam ever to me again. Ever. I got some. Was that you? Did you just do a burp?
What I done?
It was like. It was this tiny little noise in my ear, but I've got ears like a shithouse rat. So.
Yeah, I may have stretched to put my paint back up into paint back.
It was quite a little tiny noise. William Rayborn's in Alabama. Lynn's in New Mexico. We know Adeptus is in Las Vegas. Candygram says the 24/7 is a great way to set aside some build time. I may join in a bit. Absolutely, it's a good way.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good way to motivate you to get to the bench, isn't it, Cole?
Oh yeah, it certainly is. I mean, this week in the Zoom hangout, I filmed an episode of the E-Models build. I was doing the checkers on this. You know, I mean, Marcus, when I went in, I still had all my respirator on and everything. Gave him a thumbs up.
That was like being in the stream with Bane. No, expect nothing to burn.
Absolutely, you know, and then we spent 5 minutes doing Darth Vader noises and all of that, and
yeah. I mean, let's be honest. all of us have those moments where we love what we do, we love our hobby, and we sit there and we think, oh, I can't be arsed. You know, I've got to do this, I've got to paint these barrels. Oh, I can't be bothered. I'd rather just play on the Xbox. I'm not in the mood. But if you know you can hang out with friends and have a good laugh whilst you're at the bench doing it, it's a good way to motivate yourself to get to the bench.
Absolutely. I mean, for me, you know, and obviously for you, Foxx, you know, the Zoom works well for us because away from the YouTube and the streaming and the e-models build, it's our way of relaxing, isn't it? We'll do a build at the bench that is for us, that is not that we're not filming or whatever.
Yeah.
And we can sit and do that whilst chatting to our mates.
Yeah.
So
and plus, you kind of get to see. What a lot of people don't realise is that, you know, when me and Colin, a lot of people that do stuff like we do, when we do videos and things, you're not really seeing us, you're seeing a character. You know, when you watch my videos, you're not really, that's not really what I'm like. I'm playing a character, it's not really, but you know what I mean. It's a persona for the YouTube channel. So when we do the Hangouts and stuff, do keep in mind, of course, it's not. You don't go in the Hangout to meet me and Colin Dad. It's not like a place you go to. We might not be there for ages. It's a place for you guys to hang out that we pop into occasionally. The motivation is not to see us. It's to go in there and have some friends. But, you know, we'll be a lot more relaxed and a lot more like our actual selves in there because it's just chilled out. And you guys are paying us money to be in there, so you're going to get a bit more for your money than just the persona that presents the videos.
You'll be surprised. I come in, I've got my smoking jacket and monocle, and it's hello.
Yeah, Colin sits there and like points out interesting articles in New Scientist and everything.
Yes, I was sitting here reading my copy of the Times.
Yeah. But yeah, so
it's a lovely place. It really is.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic.
But do keep in mind, it's a place for you guys to hang out with each other that we occasionally pop into. It's not a place to hang out with us, if that makes sense. It's a waiting room. There you go. It's a fun waiting room. But you do tend to get us being a lot more natural to our true selves. Please join the Hangout. Awesome place. Be respectful, though, says Marcus. Yeah, and people... Yeah. It
polices itself.
It does. But be under no impression that even if someone's a patron and pays me money, if they're an arse in the thing, they won't be a patron for much longer. So
absolutely. We have to think of the larger community. We don't want any bad eggs.
Yeah. The fact that people are paying money, either as a patron or a member, doesn't give them carte blanche to be a dick. So, yeah, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Not that anybody ever would. Like Colin says, it polices itself.
Absolutely.
EC Idaho is in Idaho, obviously, he says. Lynn's in there now. Give me a few minutes, Lynn. Got to start washing clothes, says William. I'll pop in later tonight then. I've got a long day of buying decorations for my apartment after a year and a half. Wow, get going fast then. Early start,
absolutely.
Huh? Max McGinn will pop in later after dinner. I might pop in tonight after Mama Foxx has gone to bed.
Yeah.
For me, it's going to be after Mama Foxx has gone to bed, really.
Yeah.
Paul
That's what Colin did last night, yeah.
Yeah. Paul Di Tommaso. I've completed the assembly of the MG Luna, Luna Maria Zaku cannon. No paint or stickers applied. Unsure if I will paint it or not in the future. Well, if you do, you can take it apart again. That's the beauty, you see. Welcome, Paul.
Absolutely.
Hey, Paul. You should paint it, though. Marcus says, got a whole bunch of people in the Hangout later. Adeptus says, I'll bring the laptop into the kitchen tonight when I start working on Tor Garadon some more. Do you want to do some chat for a bit? You can take over.
Yeah, there's a load of us going in later on.
Yeah.
Tor what? Tor Garibaldi.
Tor Garibaldi. Anyone for a Garibaldi? Woohoo!
Yeah. Adapter says I want to get him done and mailed in time to show up in for a show in Michigan for Christmas. Oh, happy days. He's also saying a good friend is an Imperial First or an Imperial Fist player even. He's doing Cypher for him because he's a Dark Angel player.
Cool.
Means nothing to me.
No, you've got no idea what all that means.
He's also saying he's going to order the Lion from Forge World in a few weeks. I know Forge World. And wants to see if they'll let him play him in the shop with his army.
You know the word Forge World because that's one of your like emergency alarm words, isn't it?
It is. It's like you're in Forge World.
That's one of your safe words. Forge World, Forge World. Okay, I'll stop.
Oh no, Darren Edmonds. He's just been informed that there'll be no Yorkshire puddings with his dinner.
Divorce.
No.
Divorce.
No.
Divorce. Move house. Leave. Burn the house down. Destroy it.
Can we just take a moment to reflect on Darren's loss there.
I've taken my hat off.
He's a valued member of the community. Do we do this on tomorrow's e-models? You know, no Yorkshire puddings with his dinner. We got walking away music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be more like, well, it's Yorkshire pudding. It'd be like a solo trumpet doing the like sad Hovis tune, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I feel your pain, mate. Oh no.
No.
Adeptus says, isn't a Yorkshire pudding basically pancake batter that's been deep fried in beef fat?
That sounds delicious. It's not, but that does sound delicious.
Yeah. Paul D. Tommaso says it's no longer available, apparently. I'm just gutted, Darren. I really am. I feel for you, mate. Are you in the UK? Should we send him some? Adeptus says, for the lion, I definitely would. Marcus Brun said, fry-up's ready. See you in the hangout. Did he ever give us the full details of this fry-up?
No, we never got the details of the fry-up. We should say that now with the words from our face. Yes, we never got the details of the fry-up.
Great stream, says Marcus, for Foxx and Colin. Cheers, Marcus. Massively appreciated, mate.
You know how Darren just got all our sympathy? We now take it all back. Because he says to Lynn, because Lynn's saying about Yorkshire puddings, he says, oh, they're nothing special. It's banned, that is. That's banned, that is.
Oh.
I'm going to cancel that membership.
Ross is saying to Marcus, and I can imagine Marcus swearing at this comment, see you in there, Care Bear.
I can't believe Darren just played down the importance. He says, you don't really have them with chicken anyway. You'd have them with everything.
Yorkshire puddings are a stable part of the Sunday roast programme.
Just taken all that sympathy you got and we've just taken it back. We've just reclaimed it. It's clawed back, PayPal style. Sorry.
Yeah, can you get the death roller out and run over that bugle, mate? Because
there you go.
Max is saying, bye everyone, great stream. He's going to pop into the hangout later.
Yay, see you later, bye.
Lynn said that I was in there last night. I certainly was.
Mm-hmm.
Lynn says Marcus did give details on the fry-up, and Graham said he might pop in.
Did he give details on the fry-up? Oh, we missed him. Apologies.
Yeah, I'm going to scroll up and see if I can find it.
Apologies.
It might have been a while ago.
You scroll up and I'll carry
Marcus.
on then. Talking about Yorkshire puddings. Adeptus says the Matilda camo on that Baneblade is kind of what I want to do with the goof, only an urban camo. Cool.
Yeah. Marcus's fry-up. I thought you guys knew fry-ups, he says. Okay.
Well, we do, but we want you to tell us in words so we can read it.
He had bacon, tomatoes, mushrooms, baked beans, fried eggs and toasted rolls. And his black pudding is frozen, though. The shame, he says.
Oh, black pudding denied. Oh, that's worse than not having Yorkshire puddings.
Mate, good fry-up.
Oh, good fry-up. That is a good... Yeah, we all know what a fry-up is, but it doesn't mean we don't want you to tell us all about it.
Oh, yeah, we still want the sordid, gory details.
Because we want to sit here and go, oh, trouser tent. Oh. Food trouser tent, obviously, it's a bit different.
Yeah, fry-up trouser tentage is allowed.
Always trouser tents. I'm trying to put this at an angle so people can see what I've done. But...
yeah, I'm just about to put your full screen.
No, you don't do that. No.
Yes.
You can't really see
them. Full screen.
I've done some streaks and some filth, and I've done the barrels on the back there. You can see they're a bit more grubby and filthy now. It doesn't come out on webcam.
It is looking sexy, mate.
This is the same weathering as on the other tank so far, but it looks a lot more contrasty on here because it's a lighter colour, so...
Yeah, but deep down you did enjoy the other tank more, didn't you? You got into it.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. I've not finished it yet.
No.
But German grey, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, looks nice, mate.
Scale Model Ninja says, what's said in Hangout stays in Hangout. Absolutely.
Absolutely, mate.
Coming, Graham, just say hi and make my smile, says Lynn to Graham. That's not a Baneblade, says Adeptus. No, it's a Bane sword. The other one's a Baneblade.
Yeah.
This is a Bane sword.
Yeah. Oh, gold. Lynn says, what's that? William Rayborn says he can't get his tablet to start, must be dead. And Lynn is saying, plug it in and charge it, doll.
Oh! Bane sword, shadow sword, and bayonet. It's a Bane sword, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to play down the Yorkshire puddings. There was a lot of staring and head shaking going on in the kitchen.
Oh, so you played it down out of fear. I know that, mate, only too well.
So what he did was he said, oh, I'm getting all this stick on the internet now because you're not doing Yorkshire puddings. The entire internet hates your guts. And then he got a look and he said, but I've told him that's not important.
Yeah, he got the look, didn't he? That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically said that the entire internet was like on his side, and then
Are we going to reinstate the bugle or it's a tough one, isn't it, mate?
No, because it's like, would I instate the bugle if you were getting told off by H for doing something?
Of course you wouldn't. You'd
Exactly.
be recording it on your phone.
Exactly. Don't get the bugle for
You'd
being
record it on your phone so you could put it in the boom up going, here's Fester getting put in his place by H.
Yeah, because we're all blokes, and blokes don't get the bugle for being put in our place because we're idiots.
Nah.
Whenever we get put in our place,
channel.
if your significant other happens to be female and puts you in your place, then she's right. Whatever it is, she's always right because we're blokes. If your significant other is male, then it's kind of there's no way to know that one because it's Or if you're both female or both male, it doesn't really work. But if you you know what I mean. The bloke is never right.
Yeah, it's the tea towel over the shoulder, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But if it's like two blokes or two ladies, then that's like having a cat with a piece of buttered bread, butter up, tied on its back. It'll just spin over the floor forever. So if it's two guys or two girls, then I don't know how it works. But if it's a guy and a girl, then the girl's always right. The guy's always an idiot and wrong. There you go, that's how it works.
Yeah.
We know that.
Absolutely, mate. Adapter says I get put in my place a lot. Yeah, that's called marriage, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to go for an enormous wee, and I have been for the last half hour.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
So I think we shall leave it there. Thank you, everyone, for joining in today, and thank you for the new membership. That was very kind of you. It's been a very good show today. Hopefully it's been fair. I'll have a watch back later and see what the stability's been like. Hopefully it's been okay.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, because if we can do this ultra low latency and have real-time interaction with you guys, it's much more fun than waiting 30 seconds.
Yeah,
between stuff.
Absolutely.
But that's going to do us for today. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, wherever you are. I wonder if it's still snowing outside. It was snowing earlier.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like the snow. I will, of course, be back tomorrow with Carl on the eModels Monday show, tomorrow at 9 o'clock on the eModels YouTube channel. Again, I'm still carrying on with this puppy, and I'm not filming these, so I probably won't see you during the week until Friday, midnight Friday, when Colin and I do the Friday Frolic on his channel.
Absolutely. Frolic.
Yep. Don't forget, of course, it's Dad and Sue. Are they on at 8? I forget now.
8 p.m, yeah.
Yep. Dad and Sue over on Scaly Models channel doing their stream at 8 p.m. because he doesn't do the after show anymore, or between show. And Chris doesn't seem to do Warhammer Sunday anymore, which is a shame.
No.
After I drew that logo and everything, cowbag.
Well, I think a lot of us did flood with streams, didn't we, during lockdown, and we're just beginning to ease back a little bit.
Yeah, but he had the best logo.
I know, you done him the Warhammer.
I did him that Warhammer logo and thought I wanted that. Why did I give it to him? God damn it! But
oh
well, never mind.
Yeah, you so wish that you had kept that.
I know. I should have kept it to myself like an idiot. Anyway, yes. So yeah, go and watch Dad and Sue tonight, and then catch us tomorrow on the eModels Monday. Until then, though, take care of yourselves. Be good. Don't forget, of course, we might see some of you in the hangout later on. Maybe I'll try to see if I can pop on late tonight. But until then, I shall say, Colin, thank you very much for joining me as always.
Always my pleasure, mate. You know that.
Any updates what you'll be doing this week then?
I'm going to be filming the final bits on the eModels bike, and then editing it all and getting that released. Do my ball tank, get the rest of that done, get that on the channel, and episode 1 of the Kshatriya filmed. Jazz hands. Yeah, I know. So been all that. If all goes well, hopefully I'll get that all done this week.
Cool. So lots of content coming from you and bugger all coming from me.
It's just editing it all, mate, at the moment. You know what it's like.
I might try and do a Fallout Friday stream on Friday. I don't know yet, though. We'll see. I never know during the week whether I'm free during the day. So, But anyway,
that's right.
But anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you to everyone who's been watching and all the people in chat. Love you lots. I will see you all soon. But until then, I'm stalling because I've got to go and get the button ready, and I'm having to lean across and find the mouse, which has disappeared.
Until then, I'll distract you whilst he's doing that.
Yay!
Adios, amoebas.
Adios, amoebas. Bye.